Slap Shot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now.
It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And Bump, it is almost your birthday. It's your birthday tomorrow. It's your last day of being 39. And to honor that, you're going to help us get ready for Week 15, and I think that's selfless.
Go, shawty. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
We're going to preview like it's your birthday.
Oh.
That's almost bars.
That's a bar.
It's singular, though. That's a bar, but yeah, it's still pretty solid.
I like that.
Did you hear what Ryan Clark had to say about this game?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm not surprised you heard it since you do consume a lot of sports media, but I was hoping you hadn't because I thought it was a fiery take.
It is.
But we're going to get to it anyways. If you haven't heard it, well, that's exactly where we're starting the show.
I think Shane Steichen is an offensive genius. I truly do. I think the way that Shane Steichen has manipulated this offense with Daniel Jones at the quarterback position this year has been absolutely phenomenal. I believe this is foul, as the question asked. I believe this is incompetent, and I also believe it is irresponsible. Ooh. This is not Michael Jordan coming back to play basketball after 3 years off for the Washington Wizards. This is a man in Phillip Rivers who was always a stationary target, taking 5 years off to coach high school football and then come back to play against the Seattle Seahawks, who will get after your keister if you were freaking Michael Vick.
He said this is malpractice. This is irresponsible. Shane Steichen, you're a potential murderer. How dare you put Phillip Rivers, 44 years old, out of football for 5 years in front of this Seahawks defense? This defense, the best defense I've seen from Seattle since maybe 2015. No disrespect to still some great units in 16 and 17, but like this is the most complete defense I've seen in a while in Seattle. And you're going to put a grandfather in front of this defense because he's got it right between the ears and he's a future Hall of Famer?
Yeah, Steichen tripping. He's tripping, but that's trust. You know, he understands
that's
his offense.
Friendship.
That's friendship. That's trust. That's loyalty. That's whatever you want to call it. But let's not discard Jim Bob Cooter. You know what that is?
A former coordinator?
He's
coach?
The coordinator for the
right now?
The Colts, yeah.
Right now he's
and maybe the best name in the NFL.
Yeah, Jim Bob Cooter.
My mistake. I didn't know if
Jim Bob Cooter.
Okay.
He's probably from Arkansas or something.
Shout out Arkansas.
But no, this is malpractice unless Phillip comes out and he looks great.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
I'm always going to leave room for that, though.
But
you have to leave room for it.
You're a former player, and I am
former swimmer.
A former swimmer. I'm also a former athlete. But I'm from a fan point of view, from a writer point of view, and from a much more closed-minded, less experienced point of view, which is to say, absolutely not. No part of me is entertaining that he could do anything. And maybe I'll be eating my words, but I don't think I will be.
I don't think you will be, but I'm going to leave space for it. And, yeah, this is there's so many other options that are out there. I'm like, why not roll with Riley Leonard, honestly? I watched the film on him. Was he great? No. Was he horrible? No. He can make some plays. If something goes wrong, he can maneuver. But chances are that Phillip Rivers is going to get you in and out of plays. That's what they're banking on. Hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. Let him be the best running back in the game. And just don't lose the game is what they're asking of Phillip.
Ryan Clark is with you when it comes to Riley Leonard.
The one thing that Riley Leonard can do, because I watched him do it for 15 games last year, is get out of the way. If you watch the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week, he was able to use his legs, scramble, hit Alec Pierce. He had a late touchdown drive in that game. He's been there the entire season. By the way, the last 5 years, he's been playing football. He's been working out. He's been preparing to be an NFL quarterback. Phillip Rivers has not.
Phillip Rivers, what if he lights it up, says the 206, and we turn into a Christmas tree? I'm telling you right now, Phillip Rivers probably had heartburn this morning. Phillip Rivers at 44 years old. No disrespect to Phillip Rivers. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Stop hating on the 40s, man.
You're not even there yet. Phillip Rivers was a phenomenal player. He's top 10 all time in a number of categories. That is not the Phillip Rivers that is coming here on Sunday. Now, am I a big believer in there being a reservoir of talent with professional athletes? Yes, and here's what I mean. I think that Michael Bumpus at 40 years old tomorrow could go to like a pickup league football game and cook, because anyone that's been a D1 athlete, and don't bother being like, oh no, like I'm telling anyone that's been a D1 athlete that's played in the league has a level of talent that is fairly rare and like really impressive, even years removed from football. Like any of those LOB guys, I don't care if they're dealing with like a completely different set of knees now. That there's a reservoir of talent that exists when you've ever been a pro. However, he's not playing random dudes in a pickup game. He's playing 23, 24, and 25-year-old defensive players.
You know when I realized that I was done hooping? I was maybe like 34, 35. And with my size, 5'11", $195, I always have to guard the point guard, the quickest dude on the court. And there's this 20-something-year-old just handles.
Not for me.
And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm done, man. Like, I can keep up with you, but it takes too much effort to keep up with you.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to feel like for Phillip Rivers on Sunday. It's like, yeah, mentally I can do this. I'm reading the defense. I'm getting the football out of my hand. I got all this stuff going for me, but my body is not responding to my mind right now. And that's what it is when you want to take a step that way and you're anticipating it and you just can't do it.
Yeah.
That's what I see happening on Sunday against one of the best defenses in this ain't the Bengals.
Nope.
This ain't the Dolphins.
Nope.
This is the Seattle Seahawks. This is Nicky Morwari. This is Leonard Williams. This is Jay Reed. It's going to be a different ball game out there, man. I know he was out there with his high school football team throwing 7-on-7 and being the scout quarterback for team. It is a different ball game. I hope he gets out healthy, but I hope that he gets hit pretty hard.
This is a defense that hits hard. This
Yeah.
is a defense that does not miss a lot of tackles. This is a defense that sacks the quarterback a ton. They are fourth in the league right now. They are near the top of the league in pressures. And while they aren't big on blitzing, I have a feeling Mike Macdonald's going to want to experiment with that a
Why
little
not?
bit in this one.
Why
I would
not?
absolutely blitz in this one. A 253, relax with the heartburn stuff. Some of us have acid reflux. My apologies. My apologies.
Hey, you know,
you know what? Let me
it's real
let me
life.
take my foot off the gas with that one, okay? Because do I have Tums at home? Yes. You know what? My mistake. My mistake. But you guys get what I'm saying. I don't know that I fully agree with Ryan Clark that this is malpractice, but
Why not? This is malpractice.
because they don't have other options.
You do.
According to Cam Newton, they do, but they don't.
You literally do.
What's their other option, to go with Riley Leonard? I mean,
Riley
yes,
Leonard
absolutely.
Or
but
someone else. You don't think there's a quarterback on Colin Kaepernick?
I think that the reason they're going with Phillip Rivers, who in my opinion does not give them any kind of
We know why
physical
we're going
advantage.
with- he's going
They're
on.
going Phillip Rivers because Shane Steichen is his friend, and clearly they feel like, in my opinion, Riley Leonard doesn't grasp the offense in the same way.
Yeah.
There's clearly a gap between knowledge of the offense vast enough to justify a gap between the health of their knees and joints.
This is what it is. It's exactly what you said. It's trust. Phillip knows the offense. He knows Steichen. He knows the procedure. Logistically, he's going to keep things moving, right? If Riley were to start, there's going to be 3 delay games. With Phillip Rivers, no delay games. I promise you that. No delay games. Simple things like that. And they're just trying to stay afloat. That's all this comes down to. They are trying to stay afloat. So, yeah, man, I don't think it's the responsible thing to do, but I also understand. Look, if I were a high school coach and I could bring back my most prolific passer, right, for 2 games, Jaden Pruitt is his name. I would bring him back, and he's like 25 years old. I'd bring him back because he knows the offense. This is what's happening here, man. But Phillip, Godspeed. God bless your soul. Just get out this thing healthy.
Here's the thing: a 25-year-old playing against high schoolers is objectively funny.
It is funny. It's that series you told me to watch. What is it called?
Oh, Chad Powers?
Chad Powers. Yeah.
Chad Powers is great. I watched the first episode, got like halfway through it and couldn't get totally into it. Have you guys seen it? And then
I watched the first episode.
And then I kept watching it and I was like, let me try it again. And then each episode gets progressively funnier. It's actually really solid. I don't know if anyone else has watched it, but highly recommend Chad Powers. It's kind of a dumb humor, but
My type of humor.
I was surprised because it's a Manning product. I was a little surprised at some of the lines that it was willing to cross, given that I think Eli and Peyton Manning as a brand are pretty family friendly.
Nah, I think they're entering that realm, though.
Yeah.
Just, I don't give a.
Kind of there's some inappropriate humor in there. I dug it, though. I thought it was really funny. Sticking with, obviously, this topic for a little bit longer, let's talk about preparing for someone who hasn't played in 5 years. Here's what Mike Macdonald said.
It's tricky. It's maybe do you overthink it? Do you go, you're going to go back and watch some of the stuff that he was doing before he retired. You're obviously going to go off a lot of what they've done this year. So at the end of the day, we got to go play football. We got to make sure we're on our stuff and we're ahead of plays and we're playing our style of ball.
It'll be tricky preparing for a guy who hasn't played in 5 years. We spoke with, was it Julian yesterday, who said, no, we're watching a bunch of stuff. We're even watching stuff from his time with the Chargers just to kind of remind ourselves of, cadence or things like that. Yeah,
I think that's the main thing is the cadence, because obviously the game is going to be a bit different, but not really, because Phillip Rivers was never a mobile quarterback. I'm going to go out on a limb and say throughout his career, he has less than 1,000 yards rushing throughout his career. That's just the type of quarterback that he is. So it's the little things. It's what throws is he comfortable with, his cadence, his timing when it comes to stuff. But you never really know until you get out there. We watched some film, or you showed me a video of Phillip Rivers throwing the football, and there's a little zip on it. There's a little zip. So, yeah, this is a weird situation. But I'm glad that we are in the business that we are in so we can cover it and just follow every step.
One more here. Mike Golick Jr. was on with us the other day, and we asked him about Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers has seen and forgotten more football than I will ever know in my entire life, but he's also a guy that's been out of the game since 2020 and has been coaching high school football and is 44 years old. It's not the same as the Max Brosmer situation where he was thrown in for his first start against that defense, but it feels spiritually aligned. I think outside of Seattle, the nation's kind of rooting for Phillip Rivers to go out there and ball because it'd be an incredible story. But, man, with what this defense presents and the incredible physicality of the front four, I have serious doubts about the potential for success.
We're seeing something pretty unprecedented here.
Yeah.
There hasn't been anything like this.
What a year. We get to see the Mariners almost make the World Series. and then we see Phillip Rivers at 44 make a start against one of the best defenses in the league. What a time to be alive.
When Phillip Rivers was last in the league, the Mariners had not yet broken their drought. They were still 2 years away from it.
Right.
Think about that. That's the last time Phillip Rivers was starting a game.
That's what inspired him. He said, the Mariners can do it.
He said, then I can do it.
Yep.
In fact, when the Mariners went to that wild card series against the Blue Jays, he said, you know what? Let me start working out again.
Thinking about it.
Let me open this window again. No, I'm not expecting much from Phillip Rivers at all. And now we're getting to what we talked about yesterday.
What if he balls, though?
He won't.
What if he balls?
He will not. You know what Phillip Rivers did this morning? He stood up to get out of bed, and his knees probably cracked.
He said,
no, listen, this is not me. If I were an NFL player, I'd be nearly out of the league, okay? Or out of the league. This is not, 44 is not old and real human being years. Ian, don't do anything.
NFL's dog years.
Yeah. 30 at that point, people are talking about wrong side of 30. So we're not talking about, oh, Phillip, he can't. But I need you to think about this. At 44 years old, 5 years out of the league, going against this defense, is anyone seriously thinking he's going to do much of anything?
I
hope he does, because I have Pittman on fantasy.
He will have a couple of plays that remind you of what he was. There will be a couple of plays.
Sure.
But consistently, to go 65 plays and look like a starter in this league, no, I don't expect it. If he does, it's only going to be for a week, because he's going to wake up the next day and he's going to be sore as heck. He's going to be limping. The body's going to be hurting, because we're going to get 10 quarterback hits on him. Yes. We're going to get 4 sacks on him.
Who would you guys say has been the consensus best quarterback in the league this year? Matthew Stafford.
Drake May. Stafford. Yeah, Stafford.
Matthew Stafford in one start against the Seahawks this year. 15 of 28, 130 yards, 4.6 yards per completion, 2 touchdowns, quarterback rating of 47.
How many hits? How many QB hits we get on him?
Let's see here.
Did they sack him? I don't know that.
I don't know if they did.
I don't think
ESPN's box score doesn't have it, but still 15 of 28 for 130 yards against the Seahawks defense.
A great point,
the
Curtis.
best quarterback in the league.
And I don't know if anyone knows this, but Matthew Stafford has been with the Rams all year.
Yeah.
So also important to note, he didn't come up off the couch.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
And Matthew Stafford is a very youthful, spry 37.
Seahawks didn't sack him that game, but still,
Yeah.
he was not. That was by far his worst game of the year.
He wasn't comfy.
I actually don't know how old Matthew Stafford is.
37.
37, yeah.
Okay. This is really a Jonathan Taylor game. We talked about it yesterday, but those are where most of my questions are for you today. It's just kind of like, all right, let's talk about what Sam Darnold and JSN can do against the Colts defense. Can we hopefully see a game without turnovers? What does it look like when they try to run it incessantly against you? Oh, and by the way, I actually thought this was interesting. Against Jacksonville, Jonathan Taylor matched his season high in targets. Do they try to incorporate Jonathan Taylor into a quick pass game? Like, those are some of the questions that I want to explore today.
The Colts are an RPO type of offense, run pass offense. So what they're going to do is they're going to read the DN or the second level. He will decide what you do with the football, and I think they will lean on Phillip Rivers to decipher what runs to get into and just to make the right decision. That's why he's starting, because of the decision making, not necessarily because of the physical capabilities.
Again, it's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Headline number one, the Falcons stunned the Buccaneers 29-28 on Thursday Night Football last night. What's the real headline?
You think it was hard for Bucs fans? How about Kyle Pitts fantasy owners in the last 4 years, okay? We've been out here believing in him, drafting him every single season, and he waits until we stop believing in him to have this performance?
Well, if you drafted him his rookie year, then you were fine. 1,000 yards and 1 touchdown, but he
I've
put up 1,000
had him in
yards.
fantasy drafts twice. I have drafted him in 2 separate seasons, as has everyone, every single person. Raise your hand if you've had Kyle Pitts on fantasy football
we
at
all
some
have.
point. We all have.
Yeah.
All of us have had the Kyle Pitts experience of, like, he's so talented. I know he can do it.
Here's the thing about Kyle Pitts. I was watching him last night, and I was talking to Nass and Paul Mueller, and I told him, I go, he finally looks physically like a tight end. When he entered the league, they called him a tight end, but like, bro, you're like a $185, $190. Now he looks like a tight end. I think he is a product of his environment. I don't think they know how to use him over there. And when you put together performances like this, it gives you hope. But we'll see if this can continue. But I'm with you. Everyone has had Kyle Pitts, and everyone has been disappointed on their fantasy team.
He's going to go somewhere else. I was listening to, it was either Yahoo Sports Podcast, maybe Pardon My Take. Dan Orlovsky was on it, and they were all talking about stuff. But they were like, so he's just going to leave and go to the Chiefs is what's going to happen. And I thought, oh, man, Kyle Pitts with Patrick Mahomes?
Somebody found an old tweet of Kyle Pitts. This is from 2016. This was a few years before he was getting drafted. He tweeted a picture of Eric Ebron when he was in college, the journeyman tight end, who came into the league with, I think, some hype. I think he was a first-round pick. He goes, I can see myself turning into a young Eric Ebron. And somebody goes, you were too spot on.
Oh, man.
Like, you had
him on
all the
fantasy,
potential
too.
in the world and have not lived up to it. But last night, just a glimpse of what everybody thought he could be.
Who was that guy that you guys always took on fantasy? Maybe like one too many times or a little too high, and it just didn't. Because I've taken Eric Ebron.
It was Eric Ebron. It was Jay Ajayi
Kyle
for a
Pitts.
while.
Yeah.
Percy Harvin back in the day.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and it just didn't work out. And you were like, because we've all had the hits, right? I took Jamar Chase as a rookie, and I felt like a GM. Like, I felt like I was
took
like,
Josh
John
Gordon that
Schneider
year. He
should
went
hire me.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what makes you feel like a genius. Like this year, I like fell into Puka Nacua, and I remember thinking like, oh man, I'm going 7th. I'm gonna get like the 4th best receiver, or like maybe the 3rd best running. And
this year you took Puka?
Yeah.
You didn't think he was gonna hit?
No, he was my number one, my first pick. I thought he'd hit, but like if I had the first 3 picks, I wouldn't have taken Puka.
Right.
I would have gone maybe Bijan Robinson, or I ended up getting Jonathan Taylor and Puka Nacua, and I was like, I'm a professional football GM is how I feel.
You know who got me was Mike Williams from Clemson.
Just over and over,
I
believe
I'm like,
in
he's
him.
gonna
got
work. It's gonna work, and it never really
There's
popped.
so many of those guys where like we remember them specifically for burning us in fantasy football.
Mike Williams got me.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 2, the Huskies take on Boise State in tomorrow's L.A. Bowl. They say it's going to be the final L.A. Bowl. What's the real headline?
But will Jedd Fisch be on the return flight to Seattle?
I don't think so. I think he's going to Michigan. I think DeBoer is going to stay in Bama, and I think that Jed is gone, and I think that UW's going to be open for a job. So you guys get ready. It's a domino effect. That's the thing about coaching college football is once that one head coach goes at a major university, it's going to affect like 3 or 4 other universities, and I think is what's going to happen. And it might, and I feel like if Jedd Fisch were to leave, you dubbers, you dogs out there, holla at me. You're not going to be too sad. It's not like you're losing a Peterson. It's not like you're losing.
No, I'm not. The feeling I'll have is one of the second they hired Jedd Fisch, and I was in part influenced by Curtis. Obviously, he had left Curtis's alma mater, Arizona, and had left a bad taste in the mouths of so many of their alum that I kind of was like apprehensive the second he got here and was like, okay, I know the reputation that's coming in with him. He can get you some good recruits, build up that class, but he's not staying. And so I think I've always just assumed this is a short time that he's going to be here. But no one wants to be in a coaching search. No one.
Oh, tell me about it.
Especially in this era of college football.
You wouldn't understand, Bob.
Tell me about it.
Are we going to get an answer on Wazoo's coaching search?
I don't know, man. It's.
I mean, we will.
I heard
but
there was some momentum towards it.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like Rick Neuheisel is a legit candidate. I know Missouri's offensive coordinator was seen in Pullman over the.
Well, I know someone in the know, but can he tell us?
Can't really talk about it.
Okay. Next.
Just tell us in the break.
Headline
We won't say it over there.
We won't say anything. It's a secret.
Headline number 3, the Rams face the Lions in a crucial NFC matchup on Sunday. What's the real headline?
The Colts have been the second worst passing defense over the last 3 weeks. Guess who's been the worst?
Who that?
The Lions.
Really?
I did not realize that.
Perfect.
I feel like the Lions and Seahawks cannot separate from each other.
But
Just no
if
matter
there's a
what.
team the Lions are the team that can take down the Rams.
Well, the thing is with the Lions, I think it's by virtue of the offenses they've faced being uniquely good at some of those explosive pass plays, and they've had injuries in the secondary, but they've been racking up sacks and pressures, and the pass rush has been improving. They're just allowing big chunk plays. And unfortunately, that's good news for Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams.
You just need Matthew Stafford to have an average day. If he has an average day, then I think the Lions can get after him. It hasn't happened often for Matthew Stafford this year. Obviously, he's the league MVP as far as I'm concerned up to this point. Then we have Blake Corum going for 120-something yards, the number 2 RB. That's what concerns me the most about the Rams. I understand their defense.
Yeah.
Good front seven. I understand Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams, Puka. But when you throw Blake Corum into the mix, too, that is what's scary about him. A Michigan guy, too, by the way.
A Michigan man.
Michigan man.
A Michigan man.
That's what scares me about the Rams. So, Lions, do us a favor and just get it done.
Get your bold takes ready coming up at 10:45 for Bold Take Friday. Before then, the Bucs collapse has us realizing where the Seahawks have excelled this year. That's next.
Wyman and Bob, every afternoon at 2.
Nick Eamon is with us. Can you think back to a game where you had more production?
I think yesterday was probably like the most complete I've played.
This is long before you were born. This is actually when I was playing. 1991, the last time somebody had 2 tackles for loss, a sack, an interception, and a field goal block.
They had told me that stat yesterday. I was pretty amazed by it. It's been a long time, but I'm just grateful and blessed for it to be me.
Only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you got to check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations, covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
What if more reliable didn't mean more expensive? Well, with Xfinity, you can get reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for less. We're talking intelligent gig speed Wi-Fi for $50 a month. This holiday season through January 4th, Xfinity is offering their best price on gig speed Wi-Fi, guaranteed for 5 years. No contracts, no strings attached. You could save $3,000 over Verizon and AT&T. Imagine getting super fast Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years. Get everything you need from Xfinity, their best Wi-Fi equipment, and even unlimited data, all included, all at their best price. Get ready to be wowed by your Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply, requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary. Savings based on promo and post-promo prices for 1 gig internet, 1 unlimited line, and Peacock Premium versus Verizon 1 gig internet and AT&T 1000 internet and 1 unlimited starter SL line.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app. Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's danielnelsonmd.com.
When you're at home and next to your windows, do you notice cold air or a draft when the wind blows? How about moisture or leaking during a rainstorm? Dave Wyman here, and after 20 years in our home, our window seals started breaking. A failed window can do major damage to your home, and the older the window, the more likely it is to fail. That's why right now is an excellent time to have Harley Exteriors come by for a no-charge consultation. That's exactly what I had done over the summer, and not only were they extremely knowledgeable about all things windows, I found them to be polite, professional, and respectful. In other words, people you want to do business with. Harley Exteriors has a special offer for Seattle sports fans. Buy 3 windows, get 1 free. No payments or interest until 2027. And take an additional $200 off your project. Call 833-HARLEY or go to harleyexteriors.com. Schedule your free consultation today. They'll give you an honest assessment and quote. Go to harleyexteriors.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Get your Bull Takes in coming up in 15 minutes for Bull Take Friday, 866-979-3776. Okay. Before we get to that, I'm sticking with the Seahawks here, but I want to talk a little bit about Thursday Night Football. First of all, what happened to the Bucs? What happened to them?
What happened to the
Remember
Bucs?
when we thought Baker Mayfield was an MVP favorite and where the Buccaneers and the Seahawks were like the single best game from week 6, which I still think is true, or week 5, which I still think is true. That was a great watch and a great game. But for a minute there, it was like that was one of those quality losses.
Quality loss.
It was a quality loss on the Seahawks
With
schedule.
the CFB right now.
Yeah, exactly. You were like, I mean, sure, your defense struggled, but you had backups and against Baker Mayfield, and Emeka Egbuka is certainly going to be the rookie of the year. The Bucs have fallen off.
Yo, they've
man.
lost to the Saints and the Falcons in back-to-back weeks.
The Panthers, I don't even want to say have everything to play for. They're currently in first place. When you face the Panthers, they will be in first place and looking to cement that division lead.
Yeah, the Bucs have fallen off fairly quickly. Last night, Baker Mayfield, 19 of 34, 277, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. You mentioned, listen, this was the game that I didn't want Kirk Cousins to have against the Seahawks. 30 of 44, 373 and 3 touchdowns. Bijan had 93 yards on the ground, 82 receiving. That's the game that I didn't want Bijan to have either. No, the Bucs are struggling right now. 7-7 right now. The NFC South is it's not wide open, but it's open.
Okay, so the reason I point to any of this is the Bucs being stellar. And the defense was really solid, but the offense was really where it was at for the Bucs in the first, let's say 6, 7, 8, 9 games of the season. I say 8 games. Has me realizing where the Seahawks excelled this year. I thought back to 2020, though this has happened in more than just one season for the Seahawks, and I know that every single one of you can think of seasons where this has happened. But I thought of 2020. A season where the Seahawks offense started out really strong, averaging like 30, 31 points per game, and the defense was really struggling. They gave up 500 net yards to opposing offenses 3 times in the first half of the season. And then they flipped. And then the defense was great, and the offense was struggling. And you're just thinking, God, if only it could work at the same time, right? You feel like you're like pulling levers and you can never get all 3 phases of the game to work at the same time. It just feels like this kind of like, oh, you want your defense to be great? Well, that's going to cost you your passing offense. Oh, you want your run game to be great? Well, that's going to cost you your run defense. Like it just felt like nothing could ever function at the same time. And that's probably how Bucs fans are feeling. It's how Seahawks fans have felt before. But it made me realize that one thing that I want to give Seattle credit for this year is that almost wire to wire, they've been the same team. They have been the most consistent that I can remember week in and week out, barring like week 1 where they didn't have a lot of play action, didn't really look like the offense we expected against the 49ers. And then that was it.
Yeah.
And then they kind of took off, and they may have had some games better than others, but they have had a lead in almost every single game. They have carried that lead in almost every single game. You and I were trying to think of a time where they had to rally to get back into a game, and we couldn't think of one. The biggest lead that another team had on them was when the Bucs had a 13-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, they've been able to be just consistent, I guess. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
Consistently average in the run game, consistently selfish when it comes to the defense, and consistently explosive when it comes to the offense. Pass game, I should say. There's one game where JSN didn't go for at least 75 yards, right? Other than that, he has, 7 games over 100 yards, and Sam Darnold is tops when it comes to QBR and QB rating and all that good stuff. The Bucs have been on some other stuff. Yeah. And granted, I think what separates the Seahawks from the Bucs is that they've been able to weather the storm when it comes to their injuries. Now, you haven't had an injury to a top pass catcher, but you've had injuries at D-line, linebacker, safety, and corner, yet you still have one of the best defenses in the game. So they've weathered the storm. I think that's what good teams do, is that you coach up the twos because you're going to need them at some point.
Yeah.
You insert them into the offense or the defense, and you're still able to roll.
Yeah, I think if you were a Bucs fan or a fan of any team that's had injuries, you're going, well, you've been lucky. You haven't lost Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold started every game. Ken Walker started every game. You haven't lost, like you said, your top pass catcher or most of the guys along your offensive line. Gray Zabel got hurt and didn't miss a game. Like we
Right.
thought he was done for the season, didn't miss a game. You've only had your starting center, who is not your best offensive lineman. That's not meant to be disrespectful, but just to say it would be costlier to, for instance, have lost Zabel or Cross for the season. You've been fairly healthy, but you're right. I do think credit's due with how they've been able to weather injuries on that defense. Mike Macdonald talked about the health of the secondary, now making them feel better about doing everything.
And then now you're sitting at a situation where, okay, we're as probably as healthy as we've been in the secondary. Now we have all these things that we've repped and played at a high level, and they get to make a decision on what you're going to actually play. But it makes you feel better sitting in the game plan room knowing that you can get to all these different things.
So think about it that way. The Seahawks have been one of the league's most consistent teams. And while they haven't lost Sam Darnold, they have lost, like Bump said, someone from every single phase of the defense. And now they're healthy.
You lost a rookie receiver, too, that was doing some good things, a big returner, a 90-yard touchdown, 90-yard punt return for a touchdown. Yeah, they've been able to coach up, and I think that's probably the biggest and most important change this offseason, other than Sam Darnold coming over as a quarterback, is that Mike Macdonald said, all right, offensive staff, you are gone. Deuces, I'll holler at you later. Let's bring some guys in and coach our guys up. Defensively, he knows exactly what he wants because he's a defensive coach. So the changes that have been made over the past year have allowed these guys to be where they are today. As far as personnel, a couple changes, a draft, and offensively when it comes to the coaching staff. I think that's another reason why John Schneider should be GM of the year. He's not going to get it because he's aged out, according to, I forgot who we talked to. He said he's aged out of the award.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to get it, but he should be because Mike Macdonald deserves the love, but it's also John Schneider, too, because John has to sign off on everything. Like, look, hey, Mike, you want to fire everybody on the offensive side? All right, let's do it. This is the type of player you like, Nick Mueller. You want to move up to get this guy? Okay, let's do it. So big ups to Schneider, man. He's made this thing work.
Yeah, I think it's just I found myself appreciating that, and I found myself so many times throughout the season. Obviously, I grew up here, so I've watched many iterations of the Seahawks, but I've been a reporter since 2014 or 2015. And I just think this might be the most consistent group I've watched. So I wanted to be able to kind of give credit where it's due and go, you know what? I've covered so many seasons where the season starts one way, ends another. Nothing's ever quite functioning at the same time. You find yourself thinking, if only, the defense is really firing on all cylinders now. If only the offense could keep up.
Yeah.
They were so great. What happened? I've just covered so many versions of that. And so I think I'm seeing more and more signs that this team can make a very deep playoff run. That's what all of this is getting to. I am seeing more and more signs that this team is legitimate and they can make a very deep playoff run.
The best feeling about the Seahawks is that you feel like they can throw hands with anybody, whether it be the Rams, the Packers, the Lions, the Eagles, anybody on the AFC side. Like, you think they can throw hands with anybody. And I think that I haven't had this feeling about this team in the last 10 years, maybe.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that this defense, not all at the same time, like Russell Wilson's best seasons, I would argue 2017, 18, 19, didn't come at the same time with the best seasons from the defense. Obviously, 2013, you were the best team in football. 2014, still exceptional. Should have won that Super Bowl, right? Like there was crossover between being just a really solid, good overall team, but like things have since probably 2015 and certainly 16, 17 and onward kind of functioned at different times.
Yeah.
And everything's caught up. Right now you're looking at a team that's very complete. You are, I think, number 1 or 2 in DVOA on special teams. You are top 10 in DVOA on defense, where I think you're number 1, and on offense. Think of the last time that's happened.
You know what it's like? It's like when my driver's hitting.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Bull Take Friday is coming up next, so
chipping.
Get those Bull Takes in.
My putt game is good. I know exactly what they feel like right now.
866-979-3776 coming up next.
Wyman and Bob, every afternoon at 2.
Nick Eamon is with us. Can you think back to a game where you had more production?
I think yesterday is probably like the most complete I've played.
This is long before you were born. This is actually when I was playing. 1991, the last time somebody had 2 tackles for loss, a sack, an interception, and a field goal block.
They had told me that stat yesterday. I was pretty amazed by it. It's been a long time, but I'm just grateful and blessed for it to be me.
Only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Silver Reef Casino is hosting a New Year's party. Escape to the vibrant, illuminated heart of the neon jungle for a New Year's Eve experience unlike any other. At Silver Reef Casino Resort's Glow Wild Party, blend tropical extravagance with electric payouts. There's a free dance party with live music from Sway Seattle, plus $2,026 in hot seat drawings every half hour starting at 6:30 p.m., all leading up to the epic $20,000 grand prize. The countdown is on. Ring of the New Year by stepping into our neon jungle. Book your stay at silverreefcasino.com.
Matt Coker here with West Coast Men's Health. In the past 5 years, we've seen thousands of men at our clinics. Most guys tell us the same story, that in their early 50s, it's not that they couldn't function, they just needed help. They started taking Viagra, and it worked great at first. But after a few years, it stopped working. The problem is that their arteries had become more restricted since they started taking it, because Viagra does not unclog arteries. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we use acoustic wave therapy to target the real problem. We break down plaque and clear up the arteries so blood can flow like it did in your 20s. This restores function. And guys, listen to this. You won't have to take a pill anymore. So if this sounds like you, give West Coast Men's Health a call today and see how we can help.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contests are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on seattlesports.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
Want more Seahawks content? Join me, G. Scott, on The Reset. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday on YouTube or on the Seattle Sports app.
At Washington Energy Services, we take the time to get to know you and your home. We have the passion and commitment to see each project through and to treat our work as more than just a job. For over 65 years, we've offered award-winning home services, from heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical, to windows and doors. Complete home improvement handled from start to comfort. For peace of mind when you need it most, count on Washington Energy Services, bringing good energy to your home.
Cliff Averill here, giving a big shout out to the biggest and the best in the Northwest. That's right, I'm talking about Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Time and time again, they've been voted the best resort and best casino with the best chicken wings. There's nothing like being the very best, so come check out everything this place has to offer. Hey, when they say the biggest and the best, they mean it. Everything's on the table at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Find out more at muckleshootcasino.com and please game responsibly.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit DanielNelsonMD.com. That's DanielNelsonMD.com.
It's time for Bold Take Friday.
It's a Bold Take Friday. Get your bold takes in. 866-979-3776. We've actually had a couple that have been right lately. Yeah. Someone tweeted at me, I had forgotten it, that someone predicted Nicky Manwari would have a sack and an interception.
Really?
Yeah. And he ended up getting it.
Oh,
And I
they
said,
tweeted at you.
well, they tweeted at me saying, hey, someone from Bold Take Friday.
Do we still call it tweet? Are they X?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah?
Well, I'm not going to say it. Someone X.
Someone X.
Someone posted
Someone
at me.
Z'd
That's
me.
my big thing. That's my big thing about renaming it X is what do I say when someone tweets at you?
Yeah.
Or I read an X. I'm just going to say post.
Someone at me?
No, the point of tweet is that I can use it as an action. You know,
Okay.
From now on, heretofore, we are going to use tweet interchangeably because it's the easiest way that I can describe
we
it.
never stopped.
I never will.
Okay.
It's going to go through 10 more name changes, okay? I'm going to keep calling it Twitter, and my stepdad is going to keep calling Macy's the Bon Marché. And that's just how we're going to live our lives. Someone tweeted at us, though, and said that someone else, he was standing up for another listener. He said, hey, someone during Bold Take Fridays claimed this about Nicky Manwari. So
But did they also say he'd get a block kick? Did they also say
they didn't because they didn't believe in him?
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're a hater and they didn't believe in him enough. They said, "I'm gonna say a sack and an interception and end it with that." And
That's it.
shame on them. Honestly, this is meant to shame them.
How could you overlook a block kick?
How could you? 866-979-3776. Bold take. Felipe Rio will throw 3 interceptions before the end of the first half.
Hey, your boy was really sitting there like, Felipe Rio. Felipe. Oh, I get it.
Phillip Rivers.
Hey, I'm 40 tomorrow, man. You know, the brain ain't firing
It's
the
not
way
as sharp.
it used to, you know?
Yeah, and the CTE.
You know, the combination of things. Hey, it's all downhill from here, fellas.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on. I'm shocked he didn't say it. That's Spanish for Phillip Rivers. Pull a bump. 3 interceptions before the end of the first half. How many?
Please.
How many? First of all, I'll say it this way. How often is Phillip Rivers even throwing the ball? Because while I think he will be intercepted if he tries to throw downfield, I don't think they're going to try to throw downfield. I do not think that this offense is going to be moving like that. I think it'll be quick dump-offs, lots of carries.
No, that should be their game plan, is just to dink and dunk, get the football out their hands early. So, and I think that Mike Macdonald knows that. So I think that the coverage on the outside is going to be press coverage. Still majority zone because that's what they run. But I think it's going to be tight out there. So, no, I think he'll turn the ball over at least twice.
Ah, dang it. 206, sorry to be that guy. But heretofore, which is one of my favorite words, means before now as opposed to after from this point on.
Okay. It made sense to me, though.
Yeah, just edit that out
I
of the
got it.
podcast. Make me sound smarter. Just edit this in. And from this point on, okay, Ian, crop that and then put it in there. Okay. Bold take. We get 7 Wyman chuckles for 7 great plays. I love the Christmas vibe with that, too.
Wyman being back. Oh. Oh.
I love Wyman on the calls.
Me too.
We need to
Or you can hear him
save,
go,
can we start saving Curtis a
His, like,
folder of
his
just
noises?
Wyman?
His noises.
Yes, Wyman. Let's call it Wyman noises. And it's going to go, oh, no. Just
Here's the thing about Wyman. He knows he does it, and he hates it, too.
I love
Wyman,
it.
it gives it character. Like
Yes.
you are in the moment with Rabel and the fans and stuff, but Wyman hates that.
No, yeah, he has no control. Like,
No,
he's
but
not doing it on purpose.
That's my favorite thing because it only happens at plays when like chaos ensues, and he's laughing at the chaos because I
Yeah.
think Wyman thinks chaos is hilarious.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
so I think he is truly like when DeMarcus Lawrence forces another fumble or a scoop and score, he's genuinely just going, "Wow."
Of course he would.
Okay, bold take. Jonathan Taylor Thomas will make another movie before Jonathan Taylor scores a touchdown on us.
That's pretty big because I think he's retired from acting.
I love. Well, how long?
JTT.
5 years? He can come back.
I think JGT's been retired for like 20 years.
He was the man back in
JTT.
elementary school, man.
Yeah.
He was the man.
Why mannerisms? Alex and Monroe.
I like that, Alex.
Bump, what's your bold take for Bold Take Friday?
Felipe Rio will be sacked 10 times. 10 sacks. You can't move.
Bump.
Can't move.
Bump.
Listen, you put me
10?
You put me at recess at an elementary school, them kids gonna get me.
Ian,
all right?
will you see if
10
you could find
sacks.
who the most sacks in a game this year? If a quick Google search.
We had 11 last year against the Giants, right?
But what about this year? Who's had the
Don't
most
matter.
this year?
When's the last time we played a 48-year-old quarterback?
10 sacks.
10 sacks.
44.
It's bold take. Why you on my head? It's bold take.
10
It's supposed to be
sacks?
bold.
Watch it happen. We're going to save this in case it does happen, and then I'll also
I think
go
the
ahead and
Browns
say-
had the most.
Wait, hang
It
on.
was 10 against the Raiders.
It's going to happen, isn't it?
And that
It's
was
gonna
that
happen,
game
and then I'm gonna
where
look like
I think
an idiot.
did Myles Garrett have 5 in that game?
Probably.
yeah,
pause.
Miles Garrett had 5.
So you
and
have to have
everybody
Myles
else had
Garrett on
5.
your team to have the most sacks in a game.
All right. Well,
But the Browns were not playing 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, which is why I've always said 10 sacks are possible. I've always said that, and I think that's going to happen, and that's my bold take, too.
Okay.
Let's see. 866-979-3776. Bold Take Friday. Well, I'm trying to find some that aren't just really dark and about injury. Oh, you guys are sending in a
I
lot of
know,
injury
man.
texts. I
Dang.
think they're a little dark, so I'm going to ignore
have you
them.
ever had your knee blown out? Trust me. It's,
I know.
like, come
so
on.
I'm looking past a few of those. Seahawks get a shutty.
I like that.
That would be 9 points allowed over 3 weeks.
There you go.
No touchdowns in that time frame.
Like my math?
Yesterday
I
you were
know.
yesterday you were trying to describe it. 6, 9.
I don't sound like that.
3. I didn't know what the heck you were talking about yesterday.
You being me adding numbers in my head is offensive. Well, because you said they won't allow a touchdown. So then I started saying, wow, that would be so incredible because it would mean that over another week they're allowing like 6 points or 3 points. And then I started thinking of all the combination of points that you could get without allowing a touchdown. And then I had to add that to 9, and
Yeah.
it became too much.
And we were lost.
I took us all the way off the
To
rails.
end the show.
Yeah,
It was
and then I was
perfect.
like, "But this is the huddle.
That's right. That's why we don't do radio math, right?
Yeah, I truly don't. Okay. 866-979-3776. We have time for one more. Curtis, unless you
Yeah, I
have
got
one.
one.
Okay, yeah.
So this week we've had a ton of water hit us. It's been rivers are flooding out
Where are we
there.
going?
It's brutal.
No, hang on.
Spit it out.
So
Let 'em cook.
The Seahawks defense.
Let 'em cook.
You might as well change Indianapolis quarterback name to Philip Atmospheric Rivers when the Seahawks rain down on him.
Okay.
We're talking 3 interceptions, 2 of them returned to the house.
Okay. It took a while, but we got
there.
there.
You got there. I believed in
We
you.
landed
I
that
believed
thing,
in
though.
you.
We landed that
We
thing.
sure did. We sure did. Sticking with the NFL. NFL on CBS as Charles Davis joins us next.
Wyman and Bob.
Devin Witherspoon has been fantastic this year.
Every afternoon at 2.
He interviews like he plays.
Energy.
Yeah.
We just need a blade of grass. Give us a blade of grass, bro. That's all we need.
Like when people try to block him, it's like trying to block water.
Yeah.
I mean, he just is all over the place. His feet are phenomenal, and then you hear the energy there. So just the tempo of his voice and the way he talks. Like, can you imagine you got a guy like that on the field?
Only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. Are they a reliable service? How will I know if something happens? Are they keeping everyone safe? At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit Bayalarm.com today to talk to a local security expert.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center sincerely thank everyone who helped make this year's Giving Hope Gala possible. Thanks to your incredible support, tickets for the December Gala event at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center are close to selling out. You can make a difference by contributing to the Patient Financial Assistance Fund, which provides vital help to those battling cancer. For sponsorship opportunities, tickets, and ways to give, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. Together, we are giving hope.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Guys, leave weight gain, low T, and ED in 2025. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels, a $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today.
With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafi from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
This This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The Bucs fell to the Falcons on Thursday night thanks to a last-second field goal, and that means the Panthers are in first place in the NFC South.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. NFL on CBS's Charles Davis joins us now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Charles will be on the TV call for Sunday Seahawks Colts game with Andrew Catalon. Charles, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Jason McCourty will be there as well. So that's the good thing, is that Jason will be there, and hopefully he'll carry me to the finish line.
That's a real homie right there. He said, hey, my boy, hey, don't forget my boy. He's going to be there too.
That's exactly right. And you guys are calling a game in which unexpectedly, for all of us, we will now be seeing maybe a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. First of all, have we gotten confirmation that Rivers is for sure starting? What do you think?
No. Okay. The Colts won't confirm a thing, I don't think, until Sunday and someone trots out there. I mean, I think that they'll take it all the way to the limit. You know how people are, right? Hey, I'm not going to do anything for my opponents. I'm not going to put out there early. But I think that if we are just, being as open as we can, if you're sitting here and Shane Steichen, the head coach of the Colts, makes a phone call to a quarterback who's 44 and hasn't played in 5 years and says, hey, big dog, we've just lost 4 or 5. We just lost our quarterback. Why don't you? Will you come here? I don't think he's coming here to mentor. Okay, I'll just put it to you that way. It's too late in the season. There's too much on the line. Remember, they were 8-2 at one point. I mean, just go back to last night. Tampa Bay was 6-2 at one point, and you saw where Todd Bowles was at the end of that game. Yeah. Think about where Shane Steichen, the Colts brass, Chris Ballard, their GM, because their last playoff appearance was 2020, guys. 2020. And Phillip Rivers was the quarterback of that team. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'll put it this way. If he doesn't run out there to take the first snap and you hear a big thud, that'll be my body hitting the ground in absolute shock.
I completely agree. If I had 11 kids, you're not removing me from my kids to be a backup quarterback. This is not going to happen.
He not going. If he was coming up to mentor and all that, that's off-season stuff. That's preseason stuff.
Yeah.
That's Phillips coming to town to sit in meetings and go over things and put people through drills and all that other stuff. The only way he doesn't play is if somehow he goes through this week of practice and tweaks something, right? I mean, that's not out of line, right? 44 years old, right. All of a sudden you're firing fast and doing those things. It's the only way to me that he is not the starting quarterback come Sunday.
I think the AFC South is such an interesting division too, right? The Tennessee Titans are eliminated. The Jags are 9-4. At one point, I thought they were frauds, and they're pulling things together. Texans have the best defense in the game, and the Colts are just trying to hold on. How do you think this thing pans out?
It's a tough slog for the Colts. Sunday is a have-to-have. Like, from here on out, they're already in playoff mode. Each week is almost a one and done, right? And their schedule is brutal down the stretch. They're going to play a lot of people. They're going to deal with some stuff here. But that's just where they are, and they're in that position because of what has happened with their season. Yes, Daniel Jones got hurt, but you go back, 6 turnovers at Pittsburgh, lose a game is imminently winnable. Up 11 at Kansas City, lose in overtime. See where I'm going? Mm. These things all happened before Daniel Jones got hurt. Then once he gets hurt, you lose another game, right? And then, of course, what happens for real in Jacksonville when he's playing on the bad ankle, the fractured fibula, now you're looking and going, oh, my goodness. But when everyone says, hey, Daniel Jones gets hurt, our season goes down the tubes, no, it happened before Daniel got hurt. It's to go in that direction. So it is very difficult to see a path for the Colts other than they find their way back to the Colts we saw earlier this season and win out. Will DeForest Buckner make it back? That would be huge for their defense. Because when he's been on the field this year, they're giving up like 20 points a game. When he's not on the field, it's closer to 28 points per game. And can he make it back this week? They have so many, questions that are out there. We saw the grade earlier this year, but they have not been that during this 4 or 5 that they've lost, 3 straight, averaging about 18 points per game. And before this losing streak, they're averaging close to 34 points per game.
So what's the plan for them? Is it just hand it off to Jonathan Taylor? Try to find Jonathan Taylor? Like, what kind of approach are you expecting?
I would have Jonathan Taylor in a hyperbaric chamber all week long. I'd pump as much oxygen in him as possible. But I also think I'm going in the offensive line room, the tight ends room, the wide receivers room, but especially the O-line, and say, look, you've been a huge part of our success all year long, but there's got to be a little extra coming from you now, because we have to be able to run the ball enough that no matter what quarterback we run out there, we give him a security blanket. And you'll have to protect whatever quarterback is out there. We've got to have more out of you. Now, what's tough for them is Braden Smith, they're starting right tackle.
Oh, should we try? Let's try to reconnect with Charles really quick and see if we can get him back on the line. Charles does not sound incredibly optimistic that the Colts can get this done, and I don't blame him at all. Charles, you're back on with us. Sorry we got disconnected.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. You were just talking about kind of their approach.
No.
Go ahead.
They got to get to this offensive line.
Yeah.
It's got to be there, and I know it seems trite, but the offensive line has been very good for them for most of the year, right? Braden Smith, though, they're starting right tackle in concussion protocol, but they've had remarkably few missed minutes, snaps, right? Gonzalez missed 1 game. That's it for their offensive line. Otherwise, it's been the same unit all year long. And Quentin Nelson is truly back in form as a first-team All-Pro guard. But they're going to need all that and then some. Whether you run Riley Leonard out there, Brett Rippon, or Phillip Rivers, you've got to control the line of scrimmage, you've got to control tempo, and you've got to protect whoever is back there. And because you just can't have anything go wrong. So Jonathan Taylor, I'm going to quote John McKay, the great coach at USC. They asked him one time when I think O.J. Simpson was playing, I think he carried it like 40 times in a game. And the reporter said, Coach, are you worried about like how many carries O.J.'s getting and wearing him out? And John McKay said, well, the ball's not that heavy, and moved on from there.
I like that. Hey, Charles, I want to take a look at the NFL as a whole. I kind of like what's going on. You got Pat Mahomes, who probably isn't going to make the playoffs.
Right.
Lamar, my guy, struggling over there. Joe Burrow's not happy in Cincinnati. Drake May looks like him and Stafford are the MVP. Is this year good for the NFL with all the diversity and change that's going on?
I think it is in so many ways. I am very much, oh boy, we're going towards the tunnel, so I hope I don't lose you again. But I'm a dynasty guy, because when a dynasty exists and you knock off the dynasty, there's more emphasis on the team that knocked them off, right? But at the same time, when you have so many different teams that are involved and have a chance for the playoffs, I think the whole league does benefit. This is what Pete Rozelle, when he was a commissioner, envisioned. It was called the P word, parity. And he wanted, back then you played 14 regular season games. He said in an ideal world, everybody would be 7-7 at the end of the year, and tiebreakers would give us our playoff teams. Because then every city was involved in the league. Every city thought their team might get in. I don't think that I want to get that far, because I do think dynasties and teams that are really strong and people finally bump them off give you extra. So Kansas City's been around forever, 9 straight division championships, X number of Super Bowls, AFC championship games. For them not to get in is significant. And now whoever is the new kid on the block, Denver, right? That's a big deal, and I like that. And that part plays pretty well. Lamar and Baltimore, look, we all thought if they could get healthy, they'd come back and knock off Pittsburgh, didn't we? And it certainly was tracking towards that. But there's no way Lamar Jackson is healthy. The way he is playing, the way he is moving, when he hits the gas to try and escape someone and D tackles are getting him, there's no way he's fully healthy. But he's playing on guts, and he's trying to get there. But their roster's better than Pittsburgh's, and Pittsburgh got him last time out. There's something that they're just not 100% right in Baltimore. But all in all, we're going to have a little bit of the changing of the guard. We're going to see new teams that come out there. And now the key is, how do they handle the big stage? Because we see what the other teams have done. How will the new groups handle it?
Which of the new kids on the block, and we'll include, like the Panthers who are now in first place, the Jags who are pushing up. So,
I can't believe you just said that.
I know.
I mean, I'm in. I don't even. That was Todd Bowles' rant last night, guys. He didn't say it,
but he was.
But
that was
when
it.
you watch him rant, if you just listen closely.
Yep.
Like when I was a kid, if you put a record back when you had records, when you put a record on and you played it backwards, it's called backward masking. You'd hear satanic messages and all that, right? Last night, if you backward mask Todd Bowles, you would hear bleeping Panthers.
Like,
the
seriously?
Bleeping Panthers?
Okay, well,
that's what you were hearing.
Technically in first place. So I'm counting them as like, are they a new kid on the block?
Yeah.
But which of these new kids do you kind of look at and go, this team that's kind of surprising everyone, that you believe in them the most?
Wow. Seattle, do they count as a new kid?
You know what? If that's your answer, I'll allow it.
I mean, look, they haven't been to playoffs since 2022, so I don't know if we count them as a new kid. But you want to know when I really started to lock in on Seattle, when I was firmly convinced, okay, this is a heck of a football team? It was the loss against the Rams. Because when you turn it over that many times, you throw 4 interceptions, and your defense only gives up 21, 14 off of short fields, and you're kicking with a chance to win the ball game. I know it's a 61-yarder, but still, on a day like that, I walked away and said, if I'm the Rams, I'm glad we won, but we should have blown them out today. And they didn't. That's when I locked in on Seattle. New England, I keep a great eye on because they're having a fantastic year. What Mike Vrabel has done is hit every button the correct way. But will the offensive line catch up to them come playoff time? The rookie left tackle's been hurt. The rookie left guard has been hurt. The consistency running the ball has kind of gone in and out a little bit. Drake May, first playoffs. Look, we had them against Atlanta, guys. And, Bump, you would have seen, and you would remember sometimes when your quarterback has a tough day and you can see him leaking oil a little bit, and you have to find a way to get him easy completions to get his confidence back, and you shake yourself free and, hey, here I am, just throw it to me here. It's a 5-yard throw, but, boy, you look good. That's what Josh McDaniels did for Drake May that day and got him through against Atlanta, and then he continued to elevate from there. We'll see how that goes come playoff time. But, there's a bunch of them that are in there. It's almost like if you're a NASCAR fan, they're running 3 wide at Talladega right now, and Rubbin is racing. Who will emerge? But there's no team in there that I'm going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, that is absolutely the team. All of them right now have a chance to state their case to me.
2 things, Charles. One, any Days of Thunder reference I appreciate. And
okay, good.
And 2, when you were talking about Drake May and Vrabel kind of like getting him going, here's a 5-yard out or a hitch or whatnot.
Yeah, that was Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels, yes. It made me think of Sam Darnold because there was a time where Sam Darnold looked like an MVP, and he could do no wrong. He could make every throw. And then there was a time after the Rams game to where he's trying to get his mojo back. And I felt like last week, the first half started off, he was struggling. Then the second half, he got it all together. The biggest question for me in Seattle is, can Sam Darnold step up when the moment is big, when the lights are bright? What do you think about Sam and his ability to do that?
I lean towards the yes, but he has to prove it. Like the record is not there that we can lean on it. Correct?
Facts.
The last 2 seasons, he's 24-6. His teams are 24-6 with him as a starting quarterback. Prior to that, I think he was 21-35 or something like that. His teams were, because I don't like to look at it totally like a starting pitcher, but we kind of ascribe it that way. Here's his opportunity. The moment's here. Okay. And since we've done a bunch of references, I'll do one more. You guys are both too young for this thing called vaudeville. All right. The vaudeville act of go and travel the country, and it was cheap jokes and all sorts of little stuff like that. And one of their greatest all-time cheap jokes in vaudeville was, man runs up to the person and goes, doctor, my neck hurts when I do this. And what does the doctor say? Don't do that. Pay me. Okay? I fixed you. For Sam Darnold, it's the giveaways. And you're essentially, Clint Kubiak is like, don't do that. Because if he doesn't do that, this Seattle team is primed. This Seattle team is on an incredible run, blowing people away, winning big ball games, playing well when everything comes together, yada, yada, yada. And they're -2 in turnover ratio. That flies in the face of winning football. Winning football, look, you guys are Seattle people. The Legion of Doom, 3 straight years winning the takeaway battle in the NFL. 4 straight years winning and scoring defense. These are the things that if Sam Darnold doesn't jeopardize things and then plays to that ability we have seen when he is on his game, it's there. But if I were sitting with Sam right now, I don't think that he would take major offense at me saying, but it has to be proven. I think he is smart enough to understand that's the next leap for him, because if he was the playoff, if they win in the playoffs last year in Minnesota, Sam's probably not in Seattle.
Yeah. Yep.
I think Minnesota course corrects and says, hey, JJ, I know we drafted you number 1, but guess what? We're still rolling with this guy, right? If they win a couple of playoff games, get to an NFC championship game, if they beat Detroit for the division title instead of getting blown out, those 2 games, that and the playoff game against the Rams, allowed Minnesota to go, okay, this is why we drafted JJ. Let's move on with our plan. Because everything else Sam did last year was a reason to keep him. He has to make that type of play in the playoffs. And I lean towards I think he's going to do it, because there have been a lot of great quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, who have struggled early in their careers, early in the playoffs. Peyton Manning? How long did it take for Peyton to break through?
Years? I mean, 2006, right? Was the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at his. Okay, again, I don't like to do the starting pitcher thing, but overall in the playoffs, Peyton's a little bit better than 500 quarterback.
Yeah. Yep.
We're talking about one of the greatest ever played. We're talking about oodles of MVPs. We're talking about all of this, right? This is what it takes come playoff time, you know? And everybody, look, Brady is Brady, and he's the GOAT, correct? Yep. But didn't we go through like a 10-year period where they didn't get back to the Super Bowl?
Yep.
Everybody forgets how hard this is to do, even the best. And Sam Darnold has his opportunity this year. And I'm going to lean towards him seizing it, because I just think he's too talented to not do it at some point. Why not this year? This is a heck of a team to do it with.
Charles will be on the TV call for Sunday Seahawks Colts game with Andrew Catalon and Jason McCourty. It's NFL on CBS. It's Charles Davis. Charles, has been fun. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you so much. And don't forget A.J. Ross on the sideline.
Yes, absolutely. And A.J. Ross on the sideline.
Charles is a real captain right here, man.
I love it.
Take care, guys. Always great talking with you.
Thank you, Charles. It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to a quick 4 Down territory.
This is 4 Down territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down, describe the Colts offense.
Yeah, this is what they have been, and what they're going to be might be slightly different.
None of it. It's TBD.
It's TBD. But when you break down the Colts, they run 11 personnel. That's 1 running back, 1 tight end, 60% of the time. They run 12 personnel 26% of the time. They run 13 personnel, which is something that the Rams have mastered 11% of the time, the second most behind the Rams. I expect that number to bump up a little bit with the 13 personnel, because you're going to want to protect Phillip Rivers, Max Pro, bring 3 tight ends in there and have them camp and protect. And you're going to want to hand the football off. When I watched the Colts offense, it reminded me of the Rams. It reminded me of the 49ers. I had to go back and look. I'm like, man, who's their OC again? Coach Cooter. Okay, Coach Cooter is their OC. And I'm like, he has to have a connection to Shanahan or something like that. No connection. Coach Cooter is his own, okay?
Self-made man.
And there's going to be some motions. There's going to be the play action and all that good stuff. And this defense has seen this offense before. So, Coach Cooter, do your thing.
Second down. How did the Jags keep Jonathan Taylor in check, and can the Seahawks do the same?
They did it just with their defensive line. I forgot that Armstead was over there with the Jags. I forgot. I'm watching the film. I'm like, who's number 90?
I still think of him as a 49er, even though he hasn't been there in a minute.
Yeah. I'm like, who's this number 90 that's blowing things up? And I go back, I go, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
That's Armstead. And what they did, they just controlled the line of scrimmage. They matched their personnel, obviously, because they're going to come out with these tight end sets. But their defensive line was so dominant. And the Jags have the best run defense in the game right now. The Hawks are like third or fourth or something like that. That's exactly what they did. And we have the personnel to do what they did. You're going to have a right tackle that's going to be a rookie starting for Braden Smith. Only 73 snaps. You get after him. But they just controlled the line of scrimmage because the Colts became so predictable because all they want to do is hand the football off to Jonathan Taylor. I think that that's going to be the case this week as well. But I also think that Phillip Rivers, they're going to give him the green light to take a shot. When we talk about last week, you said Jeremiah was talking about how Phillip is going to get these guys in the right run fits. Mm-hmm. He will, but he's also going to get in the right run fits and see a one-on-one on the outside and say, you know what, I'm going to take a shot right here. So, it can be done. And hopefully this is the 23rd week without a 100-yard rusher for the Seahawks.
Third down. I like this question. Who do you think are the biggest liars in football?
The Colts. Stop lying. Why are you lying? Like, come on, man. You know you're going to play Phillip Rivers. You know he's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
44. 11 kids, wifey at home, probably has a big ranch. He's a high school coach. He's not leaving all of that just to stand on the sideline and pat Riley Leonard on the butt when he comes to the sideline after he throws an interception. They're lying. And I understand why they're holding this close because they want to give the Seahawks something to think about.
Any competitive advantage they can.
I get it. But stop lying to the folks. Stop lying to your fans. Tell people to go ahead and exchange your Danny Dimes jersey for
I think you should.
Phillip Rivers one.
Still 17.
Just tape over it.
I think you should just tape over it.
Nah, don't be cheap.
I think
go ahead and give Phillip that money.
No, I think they should give discounts where instead of getting a Rivers jersey, you're allowed to buy a patch, and they sew it on for you.
They sew it on for
Some
you.
places allow you to exchange.
Yeah.
But I think it's only if your player gets traded within a certain amount of days of purchase. But Daniel Jones' injury, I don't know if they're going to honor
With two
that.
players wearing the same number, I think that jersey companies and teams should charge maybe it's $50 to just sew on a new patch.
Over.
Yeah, throw a patch over it because that's really all you're buying.
Yeah.
And jerseys are expensive.
The real ones are for sure.
Yeah. $50 to just get a new little nameplate on it.
50?
Yeah.
Nah.
Aren't jerseys
the real
$200?
Ones? Yeah. Real ones. Oh, okay. You're saying just for the patch.
Just for the patch.
Okay.
Just for just the name.
I was like, Stacy, don't buy that jersey if it's $50.
No. But I'm saying if the jersey
the numbers are going to fall off.
Yeah, if jerseys themselves, adult uniform, are between $150 and $200.
For sure.
$50 for a little name patch feels like a fair amount.
I'd do it. If I wore jerseys, I would do it.
I'm going to skip fourth down. Is that okay?
Nah.
We can get to it later. We'll get to it later. I promise.
It's messed up.
I know, but I promise we'll get to it later.
It's my birthday.
No, tomorrow's your birthday. This isn't your birthday month.
Oh, I can't celebrate the month like you do?
No, because you have to share it with Jesus, and I don't.
And Brady.
And Taylor Swift.
And Jalen Milroe. That's a lot of birthdays to share with.
Share. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, timeline coming up next.
Wyman and Bob, every afternoon at 2.
Nick Eamon is with us. Can you think back to a game where you had more production?
I think yesterday was probably the most complete I've played. This is long before you were born. This is actually when I was playing. 1991, the last time somebody had 2 tackles for loss, a sack, an interception, and a field goal block. They had told me that stat yesterday. I was pretty amazed by it. It's been a long time, but I'm just grateful and blessed for it to be me.
Only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Silver Reef Casino Resort is hosting a New Year's party. Escape to the vibrant, illuminated heart of the neon jungle for a New Year's Eve experience unlike any other. At Silver Reef Casino Resort's Glow Wild Party, blend tropical extravagance with electric payouts. Free dance party with live music from Sway Seattle, plus $2,026 in hot seat drawings every half hour starting at 6:30 p.m., all leading up to the epic $20,000 grand prize. The countdown is on. Ring in the new year by stepping into our neon jungle. Book your stay at silverreefcasino.com.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you got to check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Welcome to Cricket Wireless. Santa?
I've got to get Mrs. Claus a gift or I'm in a whole lot of trouble.
How about a single unlimited line? Only $35, plus a free Moto G 5G.
Dude, you're a lifesaver. Here, take a present.
Says it's for Timmy in Des Moines.
Never heard of him.
Join Cricket Nation and get a single line for $35 per month, plus a free Moto G 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Requires activation of new line on select unlimited plan or higher. Pay $40 first month. New lines only. First month service charge. Tax due at sale fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive so you can stop worrying about them and invent new things to worry about, like snakes in your bedroom. Sure, that sounds incredibly irrational, but now that we've mentioned it, you are a little worried. The odds of one snake, let alone snakes plural, are so slim. But you might want to check. Oh, you're not near your bedroom. Guess you'll just have to sit there and worry about it. So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers, not available in all states.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12. A new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Let's talk about your hair. Well, maybe after we talk about my hair. I've got great hair, as you know, and it's because of Advanced Hair. Yep, Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but it's close to it. They put hair where you need it most, and bam, it grows. It's actual science. Advanced Hair has top-rated physicians, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins to regrow the very next day. It's even guaranteed to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation now at 425-449-8185. Mention Curly to qualify for $250 off and $250 free hair photographs. It's a limited time offer. Advanced Hair, the winner of the 425 Business of the Year, and the team that gave me my hair back. More importantly, they'll do the same for you, guaranteed. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
This is The Timeline
with Bump and Stacy.
Brought to you by 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
That's hilarious, says one listener. It's my wife's birthday, too, and she's also been claiming it's her birthday week. Happy birthday, Bump. It's not Bump's birthday.
How do you get to claim a month and I can't even claim a day
And your
before?
birthday's the last day of the month,
Because
Stacy.
I'm a lady.
No, that's not good enough.
Okay,
No.
fine. Because my birthday's the last day of the month is my reason now. What Curtis said. But fine, Bump. You can claim today, too. Happy birthday, Bump. We're all very excited for your birthday, even though it's tomorrow. But I will allow people to text in.
Why you got to throw the extra in there to say happy birthday, Bump?
You know, I don't like sharing attention. But I understand. It's important. It is Bump's birthday. Buccaneers head coach Todd Bowles is not happy. He was letting everyone know he's capable of swearing in his post-game press conference.
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta care enough where it hurts. You gotta care enough where it hurts. It gotta mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that. It was inexcusable, and there's no answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the mirror.
This is me when I first, when you swear for the first time when you're a kid, and all of a sudden,
and then you've never sworn? You've never said a bad word?
I've been swearing since I've been speaking.
I think my first swear word, I'm not kidding, was like 6th grade. And it was like.
Stacey's a rule follower.
Yeah, I'm a rule follower. And it was all of a sudden, it's like, I can do this now?
I'm going to use it in every sentence.
That was me. That's how I hear from Todd Bowles, who also, by the way, maybe it's just like he's a low energy dude. He doesn't sound like I'm a man, I'm 40 mad. You know?
Sounds kind of disappointed parent.
I don't like how you use my intro, but it's fine. God. No, but he doesn't. No, he's low key. He's the type of parent like my mom. My mom used to, when I messed up, used to grab me and pull me close, be like, listen, you keep doing that? It's a wrap. Got you.
They say in all the like parenting books and stuff that I've read that to really get your kids to focus on something, instead of yelling at them, whisper it to them.
Yeah.
Because then they got to listen a lot more intently.
That is
what
terrifying.
you have to say.
Oh, yeah. Renee Bump used to whisper.
Just whisper, if you do this one more time.
You keep that up, I got something for you.
Find out what happens. It reminded Curtis of former Mariners manager John McLaren. When was this?
Like 2007,
Around
I want to say.
2007?
Yeah.
His legendary post-game rant.
Every day and got nothing to show for it. I'm tired of and I'm trying to get beat, and so are those guys. We got to change this around and get after it. And only we can do it. The fans are and I'm and the players are off. And that's the way it is. There's no easy way out of this. Can't feel sorry for ourselves. Got to buckle it up and get after it. Tired of losing this every night and we bust our. It's got to be a total team effort to turn this thing around, and that's it.
Wouldn't it be funny if he was saying, like, gosh darn it, and they were still bleeping it?
Here's my question. Did they turn it around?
No, God, no. They lost like 100 games that year.
Okay.
Everybody's getting
So it didn't work.
No,
he got fired mid-season. Yeah, it was all bad.
He got fired the day after this? Like,
not quite the day after, but it was within probably the month. Yeah.
The rant didn't work. It didn't help anything. Yet another big-time college football insider thinks Jedd Fisch is in play for Michigan. This one, Fox Sports' Bruce Feldman. Here's what he said.
I think Jedd Fisch is definitely in play. He had been an assistant under Harbaugh for a couple of years. They were pretty good when he was there. It was early in Harbaugh's tenure. Then he bounced around, and ended up doing pretty well at a couple other places, was in the NFL, was at UCLA. And then he gets the Arizona job. And Arizona was awful when he got the job. In 3 years, he takes them from basically winless to number 11 in the country. And he's a really good offensive coach. And then he jumps to Washington to replace Kalen DeBoer. And, remember, you're replacing Kalen DeBoer, but you also had to replace almost every starter on that team that played for the national title Last year they win 6 games. This year they win 8. He's got a quarterback who might be a legit Heisman candidate going forward in Damon Williams Jr. Has some strong connections still at Michigan. Would he say no?
Feldman also explained why Fish is appealing to Michigan from a play calling perspective.
If you're at Michigan and you're sitting there going, man, we've been underwhelming at offense. We were terrible offense last year. We were really disappointing this year. Jedd Fisch is a terrific offensive coach, and he's a play caller. He's hands-on with that. I do think that would appeal to a lot of people who are going, hey, we got some young talent who can get it going. Now, again, would Jed take it? I don't know. I think if Kalen DeBoer's not interested or, plans on staying in Alabama, I think Jedd Fisch is the next candidate.
Bump with this. We head to Curtis's Conspiracy Corner.
That's right. Welcome back, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
We're happy to be
tinfoil
here.
hats are by the door. Please go get
on.
one. So, as the most seasoned Jedd Fisch expert on our airwaves,
Bear down.
Exactly. I've noticed patterns that have arisen in my time following Jedd Fisch from the start of his Arizona tenure to now at Washington. And he kind of plays the same playbook wherever it is that he goes. First, he gets the job at his initial spot, and then he brings in all of his NFL buddies to come visit and, have their name associated with his program, like the Belichicks, Pete Carroll, Brennan Carroll as well. Sean McVay has made stops. I know he made a stop in Tucson. I don't know if he ever came up here to Seattle to visit the Huskies. So he does that. But also, Jedd Fisch has 2 very close friends in the media. One being Jim Rome, who he appears on his show quite regularly. The other, Bruce Feldman.
Oh.
And these 2 guys start singing the praises of Jedd Fisch every time there is a big job coming up. Bruce Feldman, right here, we just listened to about a minute worth of audio from him saying why Jedd Fisch makes a lot of sense for Michigan. He did this prior to Jedd Fisch taking over at Arizona, which was a surprise hire back in the day because Jedd Fisch had not been a head coach anywhere. He had just been kind of a position coach. He had been an offensive coordinator in a few spots. He was not ever a head coach, not really considered a head coach. And yet Bruce Feldman was always pounding the drum for Jedd Fisch to get head coaching jobs, not just at Arizona, but there was other spots where Feldman would randomly drop Jedd Fisch's name in coaching search articles. This, to me, says that Jedd Fisch is potentially working the airwaves to get his name mentioned in that Michigan coaching search.
Sure sounds.
That's my conspiracy
Something
corner
smells
for today.
Jedd Fishy.
And also, Jedd Fisch's agent, Doug Hendrickson, posted a picture of himself with Jedd Fisch on November 15th, kind of near the end of the regular season. Why is your agent meeting with you in the middle of the season?
Also, combine that with the rumors that the Sherrelle Moore stuff
I mean, with my
had been
agent in the middle of the
circulating for a month.
season.
But I like it with this.
Yeah.
That's better.
But I'm choosing to also believe it now. I'm choosing to believe. I mean, going back to our headline rewrite, which was a joke. Is Jedd Fisch getting back on the plane to Seattle after the LA Bowl? I don't know.
And Washington hasn't extended him any sort of offer to stick around.
You know what Bruce said that makes me ponder? Makes me join, have a seat in Curtis's Conspiracy Corner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Heisman hopeful. Jed could be like Michigan. I got Damon Williams. All right, I don't know who the quarterback is over
Bryce
there.
Underwood.
All right, how is he? He's all right?
He was a true freshman this year. He got a huge NIL deal.
Okay.
But he wasn't particularly. I
But
would
you mean
say
him hyping up Williams as though Williams
being like, look, I can bring Damon Williams with me, and we can turn this thing out.
I would say Williams is the better quarterback of the 2 right now.
Okay.
I think Underwood maybe has a higher ceiling because he's just a bigger
That's
dude.
what hurts me most as a Washington fan. It's like when Kalen DeBoer went, it was a bummer, and it was really upsetting when all but 2 of the starters on that national championship runner-up team left. You're like, that's what hurts you, is when you're like, and the players all follow too.
Typical dog. You wanted to claim that national championship so bad right now.
We were runners-up.
And
we're the second best team
if you
in the
think
country.
about it, Connor Stallions, he ruined Michigan's chances of having a legit national championship. So it's basically the Huskies.
Of the 2 teams in the national championship, we were the ones not cheating. So
okay, that makes
I don't
sense.
know. I think when you think about it from
Give him the trophy. You know what? Put another banner up.
No,
I'll
recognize Michigan as national champions when they put Barry Bonds in the Hall.
So never.
Yeah. Well, I would love to see Barry Bonds in the Hall. But that's when I'll give Michigan their flowers there. Time for the IRG injury report brought to you by IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Just one that we're watching here. Elijah Arroyo, I wouldn't anticipate he plays. He was a non-participant dealing with a knee injury. Mike Macdonald was asked the other day whether he's going to be on IR, says he doesn't anticipate that. But I would personally not expect him to be playing. Otherwise, pretty healthy team heading into Week 15 against the Colts. Coming up at noon, NFL.com's Eric Edholm.
Brock and Salk.
You were essentially the fourth member of the broadcast crew this weekend.
Morning 6 to 10.
Basically, it was like, let's go to the fourth member of our crew, Brock Heward, who said on his show in Seattle this week, yeah, let's go back to our friend, the great Brock Heward. Let's talk more about Brock Heward on the broadcast.
Are you sensing? Did you want that to be the Brock and Salk show? I mean, years ago, you got a little bit sensitive.
I'm glad to know it's your show that you have here every day.
Only on Seattle Sports.
Welcome to IRG's Sports Injury Update. We're with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and president of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, and our guest, Dr. Nicholas Vaudreuil, orthopedic surgeon with advanced accredited fellowship training in sports medicine at Reliance Surgeons, Everett Bone and Joint.
Dr. Vaudreuil, welcome. Hey, real quick, big topic. Tell us about an elbow dislocation. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw Jaden Daniels, quarterback, Washington Commanders, land on his extended arm, and he had an elbow dislocation. What is it? How do you treat it? What's the return to play?
Hey, yeah, so Jaden Daniels had a kind of a unique injury in sports, a little bit of a rare one. And you nailed it. When he was getting tackled, he landed on his extended elbow, and what happened is it was a little bit rotated as well. And the bottom part of the hinge of the elbow actually completely unhinged and shifted backwards. So that was the dislocation. Now, these can be a lot of different levels of severity depending on what else is going on. If it's a simple dislocation, it's usually just the ligaments that are either stretched or torn. Or if it's complex, you can have fractures or nerve injuries, lots of other stuff. So they were able to reduce it on the field, and you can see him walking around in a brace. So actually, a lot of times you can treat these without surgery. It's a short course of immobilization, usually in a cast or splint or a brace. And then we get them moving with therapy so they don't get too stiff.
What's the return to play time frame?
So it depends. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different for star quarterback. I would think they'll go a little bit slow, but usually you can get them back in like 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes longer, depending on the sport and the position and the arm.
There you go. Everything you need to know about elbow dislocation. Let's try it again. There you go. Everything you need to know about elbow dislocation. For the most part, Dr. Vaudreuil, thank you very much for your time. For more information, you can go to everettboneandjoint.com. That's everettboneandjoint.com.
With over 40 neighborhood clinics around Washington, IRG has you covered. Let IRG be your family's physical therapist. Find the location nearest you at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafee from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
Hey, it's Dr. Coogan with Eastside Weight Loss Clinic, and it's time to make the final push to the end of the year.
Do you want to lose weight, improve your health, and have more energy? We have a proven system and a team of health coaches that have helped over 4,000 people in Washington lose up to 10 to 20% of their body weight in just 8 weeks without expensive injections or uncomfortable side effects. No gimmicks, no tricks, no drugs, just teaching you how to become a fat-burning machine and keep it off long term. Visit eastsideweightlossclinic.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Yeah, don't wait until the new year to start. Make a big change in your life now and take advantage of their biggest sale of the year, $300 off. I used Eastside Weight Loss Clinic, and I lost 35 pounds in just 8 weeks. This is a plan you can definitely do around the holidays and still enjoy those delicious meals.
Many clients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two, and you can do our program remotely from anywhere you live. Schedule your free consultation at eastsideweightlossclinic.com. That's eastsideweightlossclinic.com.
Dr. Ryan Coogan, D.C. Results may vary.
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bump and Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, coming up in 15 minutes, NFL.com's Eric Edholm. We got a lot of questions about the Seahawks, of course. We're going to take a look around the rest of the NFL as well. Right now, I'm so sorry, Bump. I know it's your birthday. You decided to claim today.
It's my birthday.
Tomorrow.
It's pre-birthday.
But it is your birthday, and you wanted to get to some of what we learned from Charles Davis in 4-down territory.
Oh, snaps. What the heck?
Happy birthday. You guys are watching on the video. Bump's being surprised by his mom, Renee.
Why you always set me up? Always set me up.
You guys can sit down.
That's crazy.
Hello, hi.
This whole time, oh, Bob, you want to talk about Charles Davis and Sam Darnold? What the heck?
Bump, we're not going to talk about Charles Davis, even though we do love him.
Set me up.
Can we just talk about Bump for 2 minutes? First of all,
set me up.
No, let me say this. This is why I love this text from Renee, because Bump, coming back from Thanksgiving, said, oh, and I scared my mom. She yelled louder than I've heard her yell in years and years and years.
Yeah, I said 9/11 was the last time I heard her yell like that.
And then they wanted to be able to get you back for that one, so they're surprising you on air.
All right. Got me.
You
That's
did yell.
surprise. You got my grandma. Grandma Love don't go nowhere. All right? She be at the house. She be kicking it. So the fact that Love is here, that's a big deal. Mom, too. But, you get Love at the house. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Do you guys watch Bump every day on the show, right? Yes, Grandma Love does.
Yeah,
y'all shy now. Y'all shy now.
I'm a favorite fan. No, I text you sometime when, you don't answer something right, or you say, well, I've never had this before. Remember, I never had a gold medal before. Oh, I got it.
She got it.
Make sure to correct you.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
How y'all set this up, man?
It was all Renee.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah. All Curtis and I did was just say, yeah, you can.
Yeah, we just said, come on down. Yeah.
What time
We'll
works
gladly
for you?
have you.
Got a free segment?
This is all your mom.
Yeah. It's because you're my favorite grandson.
Oh, yeah?
And you know why?
I'm the favorite.
I only have one.
I ain't got no competition.
Yeah.
That's
There's
right.
no competition. Just me. Just me.
So how does it feel?
You got to talk into the mic, Mom.
Oh, okay, sorry. So how does it feel?
How's what feel?
To be surprised.
Yeah, I thought you said 40. I ain't 40 yet. I'm holding on. I got like 12 more hours until I'm 40.
You're still in your 30s
holding
for
on
right
to it.
now.
Still in my 30s. I'm still a young man.
The last hours of 39.
Last hours
Were
of 39.
you actually surprised, though?
Yeah, I didn't see him walk in. I'm sitting there looking at. I'm thinking about what we're gonna talk about, the Colts and Phillip Rivers and all that good stuff.
Curtis snuck them into the back studio, and briefly when you looked over here, because we were making some kind of joke, I thought, oh God, what if Bump sees them back there?
Nah, I ain't see him. I ain't see him.
Yeah, I turned the lights off. I was like, we are not spoiling this.
Oh, interview.
Yes.
All right, Renee Bumpus, the creator of this, of half of the Bump and Stacy show. How's it feel being back in Washington?
It's cold.
It's cold. It's rainy.
It's
How's that
cold.
flight though? Because y'all came in during like the worst time of the year.
The flight
honestly,
was actually good. It was a full flight.
Mm-hmm.
There were people in front of me stopping to put their luggage up, and it wouldn't fit. So,
Okay.
You know,
that's a get off my lawn segment
get
right
off
there.
my lawn segment.
Get off my lawn.
No, it was good though. It was good.
Ma, you gotta talk to the mic, Ma.
Sorry. It was good.
All right, we'll get you right. Don't worry, we'll get you right. Love, how was your flight?
It was great. It was a little bumpy, remember?
Yeah, it was
kind of scary there for a bit.
That's what I thought. You know what a pilot told me, where I'm never scared on flights anymore. He told me turbulence will never take a plane down. He said it could go up and down as much as it wants. Now the engine cut off.
Okay.
It's a different story, but
That got dark.
that's why I was sitting there.
He said now the plane can still go down.
Now,
Anything could happen.
turbulence is good, but if that engine go out, it's a little bit different.
From the 206, tell Renee Seattle loves Bump. And Grandma Love. I'll say that Seattle loves Bump. You're getting a lot of happy birthday messages.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, the last 2 years, y'all been spoiling me on my birthday. I got to wait till I'm 50 next time. All right, and then
What do you want, a cruise?
Yeah.
European vacation?
You know I don't mess with that water like that. I want no dang cruise. I want a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fisherman on here. What was it Monday? We had
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and they were
the
talking
dog
about
with
she texted
he was
in.
so cute.
So cute.
They texted in trying to get me on a boat, and I was like, man, black folks won't be on no boat. But then I realized the last time I was in the ocean was with Pawpaw, and he took me out to the Pacific. So I said, in Pawpaw's memory, I'm gonna get out on the boat and go fishing with him.
You gonna take the kids?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the boys. My daughter probably ain't gonna want to do it.
No.
Are you? He has Papa's boat.
I do.
What?
I got it.
Is he gonna get Papa's boat? I gave him Papa's boat.
Yeah, he has Papa's
You
boat.
don't use the boat? Where's the
Well,
boat?
I need to fix it up, but
Okay.
yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Can we go on the boat?
Yeah.
It's always good to have a
No,
friend with a
Stacy.
boat.
Look, one of my plans has always been to have a friend with a boat.
Well, it's like a 6-seater. Ain't no
And Bump and I, or Stacy and I are two people.
We're two people.
Ian's
so,
a third.
So we can all go on the boat and we can all go fishing. So you can go with the outdoor line guys, learn how to fish,
Okay.
and then we can go with you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Ian, I feel like you're gonna be just drinking White Claws all day on the boat, though.
White Claws, Bump?
Hey, you know how y'all doing that boat? You know White Claws?
I'm better than White Claws.
All right,
Are
I
you,
got
Ian?
What's a White Claw?
It's a seltzer.
Like a hard seltzer.
Okay.
It's like Zima back in the day. Remember Zima?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Zima.
Ian, what are you drinking then?
I'm a Rainier guy. I'm cheap and classic.
Okay, I thought you were going to say I'm classy.
No. God, no.
Rainier guy. All right.
That's fine.
We'll do it.
Well, I love that you guys were here to surprise.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Surprise Bump.
That's crazy. I should have known. Y'all was too close to not to show up.
Well,
I know I turned
you
my
remember?
location off too.
Did you?
Yeah, she did
Okay.
deliberately. But remember, only Maddie knew you were coming home.
So I went back for Thanksgiving, and I surprised them. Only my cousin knew. And so I
they
just
don't
popped up
tell.
on them.
That sister, cousin,
Yeah.
they don't tell.
No.
Me and Curtis knew.
Yeah.
We
y'all
didn't
knew.
say anything. Said over my dead body, you'd have to kill me for me to tell you that
No
they're coming
snitching over here.
Stacy,
Absolutely not.
you are officially invited to the cookout.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes. Yes.
Can't take it
You
back.
say one thing, I'm going to revoke that thing.
The best day of my life.
Okay.
Truly the best.
And you
day of my
don't
life.
have to bring anything.
Okay, Renee. That was
She said, don't bring the Caesar
that was
salad.
the way
Does
for you
not
to
want
tell
that
me
mac and cheese.
Caesar salad, and I will respect everyone's wishes. That's fine.
Well, Stacy loves Caesar salad.
We'll have Caesar salad. I
Okay.
won't bring it though. That's fine.
See, I heard
understand.
Bump talking about the season. You always bring a salad. In the summertime, it's hot. You bring a salad.
It's hot. You're going to have to put that thing on
I
ice.
listen to you guys
That's
every day.
fine. That's fine. We can put it on ice. We'll just have it just for us.
Just for y'all.
Just for us.
Little
Okay.
personal
Well,
Caesar.
thank you guys so much
Hey,
for
you're welcome. You're welcome.
coordinating this and surprising
That's
Bump.
crazy.
Dating us.
And we'll hit break so that Bump can catch up with family. When we come back, the latest from NFL.com's Eric Edholm.
ESPN senior MLB insider Jeff Passan with Brock and Salk.
I'd sure rather spend $100 million on Ketel Marte than $50 million over the next 3 years on Jorge Polanco.
The money is even, and the upgrade possibility is there. And I'll say this, Ketel Marte sure would be an upgrade, because what the Diamondbacks are looking for is pitching. If I'm the Diamondbacks right now, I'm asking for either George Kirby or Logan Gilbert.
Get more on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
Fall rains can expose hidden roof problems, and once water gets in, the damage only gets worse. Is your roof ready for the season? Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. At State Roofing and Exteriors, we repair and replace roofs with a quality you've trusted for decades. And yes, we also provide siding, windows, decks, and gutters to keep your entire home protected. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule a free estimate. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business. Designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Guys, if you're worn down, putting on weight, dealing with low T symptoms, or ED, something's off. Ignoring symptoms doesn't fix the real issue. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels. A $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. The key areas that reveal what's driving low T, ED, and more. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. This gives you a clear answer on what's off and the steps to improve it. Over 120,000 patients have trusted Revive since 2011 because the results are real. Claim your free full diagnostic panel today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids.
KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The Bucs fell to the Falcons on Thursday night thanks to a last-second field goal, and that means the Panthers are in first place in the NFC South. Few injuries to watch for the Seahawks ahead of Week 15's matchup against the Colts. Elijah Arroyo did not participate. He's sitting out with a knee injury, though Mike Macdonald said he's not an IR candidate right now. Everyone else is pretty healthy, though. That's good news. The Colts could be without their starting right tackle.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. NFL.com's Eric Edholm joining us now on the Emerald King Casino Sportsbook Hotline. And Eric, I think fans here in Seattle love reading your power rankings every single week, not only because you're a great writer and you know your stuff, but you've been very high on Seattle, pretty much wire to wire this season. I've seen Seattle be as high as 1 or 2 at times for a few folks around the league, dipping down to like 8, 9, 10 at others. But you've been pretty steadfast, having them at the very least in kind of like a top 3. What is it that's kept you kind of feeling so confident in this team all season long?
Yeah, no, it's been fun to watch their ascension. I can tell you that my preseason excitement was not nearly as high as it has reached now. But
it's okay. Same.
Team, yeah, no, I mean, just not knowing what to expect. Offense underwent so many changes, and would the defense evolve enough and grow enough? But those questions have been mostly answered. Obviously the first loss to the Rams was a disappointment, but you can look back at the turnovers and the missed opportunities in that game and just look at the raw stats and say, in some ways they kind of dominated and controlled the action right up until they gave the ball away. But there's firepower in all 3, aspects of the team. I mean, special teams, we saw Rashid Shaheed flash his kick ability. Obviously Myers can make the kicks as well. So they're great in that department. Offensively, you have a 2-headed rushing attack and a downfield passing game that have married up really well. Defensively, we know they can get after it up front. The secondary's got healthy, made plays. Obviously, Nicky Manwari showing up big the last game, and Devin Witherspoon, I think, making contributions that a lot of people don't see sometimes. So, yeah, I mean, I think well-balanced, firepower, very dangerous team. We also have seen that, when they're a little loose and sloppy with the ball, bad things can happen. So in this season, though, where I don't know that there is a clear-cut number 1 team or a slew of heavyweights at the top, they seem to be as competitive as anyone out there.
I would wager to guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, that some of your preseason hesitation about Seattle had to do with Sam Darnold, the change that they made at quarterback. There were other questions about this team, and to be fair, they didn't make the playoffs, so anyone could be forgiven for having their eye on a few other teams around the NFC. That being said, my next question is about Sam Darnold and leaning maybe on some of those assumptions that to be frank, I had before the season started as well. What was maybe a question or two you had about Sam Darnold before the season started? Now that we're in Week 15, what's been answered and what hasn't?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously last season helped kind of quell some of the questions about Darnold, the first 13, 14, 15 games of the year, even with some little ups and downs. I mean, he was a a big part of the Vikings' success. I mean, look at what the Vikings are doing this year with, relatively the same team, obviously a different situation at QB. And, he was in the MVP race for a good reason last year, even with those final few games kind of undercutting a lot of what he did. Not knowing how this was going to work with Clint and spending big money on Cooper Kupp and having faith that the interior offensive line would hold up. Those were enough questions for me. Also trading DK for that matter and assuming that Jackson Smith and Jigba would be a number one. I mean, those are all still floating around in my mind. Most of those questions I think have been answered. Now, it's not to say that Sam hasn't had moments, obviously, where things have gone awry and they've maybe kind of forced the issue a little bit too much. But, I've seen more good than bad, I think. The yards per attempt, I mean, he's averaging almost 9 yards per throw. And, when you have a tough run game to defend, and also you have to be mindful of those deep shots, those big hitters, that really stresses the defense. So it's been great all around for the most part. He's done his job. He's on pace for a career high completion percentage despite that yards per attempt. So there's a lot to like. I hope the pass protection holds up. We saw signs in the first half against Atlanta that, that maybe some of these issues were still lingering. But if they can solve that, boy, I mean, again, just one of those dangerous teams out there that you cannot rule out.
Let me tell you what, watching this offensive line, well, my whole life, but the last 10 years, it feels like every single offseason has been improve the offensive line. And then by season's end, you go, you got to improve the offensive line. And it's so bad that it almost took me until maybe 7, 8, 9 weeks into the season to go, oh, my God, the pass pro is so much better this year. And I think that's just been massive for them. I assumed that it would be something that they'd need a run game to offset. And instead, it's not held them back at all. I wanted to talk about maybe how you see the Seahawks stacking up against other teams. Now, I have your power rankings in front of me, so I do know the answer to this question. But in particular, I'm interested about how you compared them and the Packers. You have the Rams at the number 1 team. I'm not even going to fight you on that one. I'm curious to see Thursday night. The Rams are an unstoppable force. And to be fair, they lost their head-to-head against them earlier this year. So, but I have seen so many other people look at the Green Bay and go, God, I can't budge Green Bay from that second team in the NFC. You have Seattle over them. What do you see as, I don't want to say an Achilles heel, but maybe a question you have about Green Bay and kind of how you compare them to Seattle right now?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think they're in some ways very comparable. Now, obviously, it's kind of more of a one-headed rushing attack, and Josh Jacobs has been battling through injuries. He was huge in the win over Chicago. He's been big when he's been out there, and they've featured him and all that. But again, that's sort of a lingering potential worry. If he goes down, the complexion of that offense changes dramatically. Like Seattle in years past, Green Bay has had to kind of tinker with its O-line and figure out the right combination. I think they're getting there. They've shifted guys around a little bit, Jordan Morgan inside and things like that. And I think kind of maybe not quite as effective as what Seattle has done, but they've started to figure out a solution up front. But really, up until the last couple of games, the explosive plays have not been there for the Packers offensively. We know they have a good defense. Micah Parsons has elevated this group. Maybe some questions in the secondary, but hard to nitpick. There's no doubt it's a top 10 unit. It might be a top 5 group overall. But yeah, I would say the special teams issues, for years they've had problems in that department, haven't been as glaring, I guess, this year. But the biggest thing was just kind of the lack of consistency with the big pass plays. But Christian Watson's back now. Jordan Love has played well in the last few games. I think they're making a move, and you could argue that there's really not a lot separating. If you just look at my probably top 6 or 7 teams, I really don't think we're talking about a big difference between 1 and 7, So they're all kind of closely lumped together. But I do think those are 2 teams that, obviously we may see face each other in the playoffs. And on paper, it looks like a pretty darn even match.
Something I asked my coworker earlier today, getting back to the Seahawks game against the Colts here on Sunday, I said, am I being disrespectful in not quite taking Phillip Rivers' start seriously. And I don't mean that he's not a future Hall of Famer, right? Like we've seen the videos from practice. He can still throw, not downfield. They're not going to be exceptionally vertical on Sunday. I don't think anyone expects that, and they weren't in 2020. Right. So I think we kind of know what to expect. And I know it's Phillip Rivers. I get that. I keep reminding myself of this. But, oh, my God, Eric, he's been out of the league for 5 years, and I can't tell if I'm just being taking it too lightly. I had someone on the text line say, I think you're taking it too lightly. And I'm like, I don't, it's hard for me to think that Phillip Rivers is going to look like the Phillip Rivers we know against this Seahawks defense, which is the best I've seen since maybe 2015. What was your reaction to the news of him? And then what do you think about this weekend?
Yeah, don't ask Tom Brady to come on the show. He was talking about he could come out of retirement at 48 and be fine, right? I mean, never let a retired quarterback know that you think he can't play anymore. But listen, I'm one of the biggest Rivers guys out there. I love watching him play. I think he's a super interesting guy, and he's kind of got the right mentality to do it. He's probably been the most consistent quarterback the Colts have had in recent years, really since Andrew Luck. I mean, that one season, he was pretty darn good. And yet the layoff does sort of enter the equation here, and you think to yourself, what can he realistically do, right? And why is he necessarily a better option than Riley Leonard, who, boy, I didn't think played terribly the other day, given the situation he was thrown into. I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask out of a 6th-round rookie with a handful of starts, but maybe the knee injury is a little more serious than we think, and maybe they just believe that Phillip Rivers can, once a gunslinger, always a gunslinger. Let him rip, right? If we're going to go into the Lions' den on Sunday, we might as well do it with a future Hall of Famer, even if, he probably has to wait now if he, there's a 5-year exemption here, so he's got to restart the clock on his candidacy a little bit, but. Yeah, man, your skepticism is totally justified. I mean, I hope he proves us wrong in terms of he can still play, but I know you guys are obviously rooting for a different result. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be an amazing story just to see him out there, I think.
All right, we are not going to spend a lot of time during the show previewing the Rams matchup against the Lions, but I did want to ask you about it since you know more than me, and this is a hugely important game for Seattle as well. To me, this is like the Seahawks' last best bet to have an opponent upset the Rams, given that the Rams' other games are the Arizona Cardinals and the Falcons. So tell me a bit about how the Lions have looked here in the last couple of weeks and what you expect for this game.
Well, they're clearly a desperate team. They're a team that's, sort of been backed into the corner, obviously, by their own, mistakes and losses and setbacks along the way. And the biggest thing with them is missing Brian Branch, who is, I think, kind of the heartbeat of that defense, right along with, Aiden Hutchinson. So that's a big loss in their secondary, and you're facing an MVP candidate in Stafford and those receivers, who have been terrific this year. The tight ends have been great too. So it's a big defensive assignment for Detroit. We know they can score. When Jahmyr Gibbs gets loose, he's as big a problem as there is in the league right now. But, I just have a hard time thinking that Detroit's going to be able to muster that much firepower to offset the problems they're going to have defensively. Again, we've seen Dan Campbell's crew go into enemy territory and come out victorious time and time again. They're fearless. They have their backs against the wall, all that stuff. But it's a big challenge, no doubt about it. And, it does kind of set up that potential short week thriller up in Seattle. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, while we have you, and we just have about 3 minutes left here, Eric, I want to jump over to some teams that are like none of my business. And that means to look at the AFC, but just things that I think are interesting. I have found the Broncos and the Patriots especially interesting this year. Obviously, they're great. They're going to be the 1 and 2 seeds. But I have questions about Bo Nix, and I have questions about the Patriots' strength of schedule. And then I'm questioning myself for why I should bother worrying about either of those things. So between those two, is there a team that you just wholeheartedly believe in more? Or tell me a bit about those two in particular and kind of how strong you see both franchises right now.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely a fantastic question because, I mean, obviously we've been used to seeing, Baltimore, Kansas City, even Cincinnati. I mean, other sort of, Buffalo has been a traditional heavyweight for years. They're going to get in, but we don't know if they can somehow pull out a miracle and win the division. So when you just look at the Patriots and Broncos straight up, obviously two teams with 10-game winning streaks, those don't happen very often. So we got to give them their credit. You're right to point out that the offense for the Broncos is sometimes sluggish. They'll go 3 quarters without doing much, and then kind of pull it out in the fourth quarter. Having a great defense helps, right? On the flip side, I think these two teams are almost like a yin and yang. They're almost opposites in some ways. The Patriots have some defensive firepower, but it's not nearly to the level of what Denver possesses. And Drake May and those receivers, I think, have outperformed expectations. Josh McDaniels has been great. I would love to see them somehow face in the playoffs. I think it would be a great matchup of, again, sort of contrasting styles, if you will. And two coaches very well respected in Sean Payton and Mike Vrabel, two guys who, Coach of the Year candidates this year. I think Vrabel is probably the leading candidate this season. But do they have a run game to survive January? Do they have enough strength in the trenches? I'd probably lean a little more Denver at this point, and that reflects in my rankings. I've got them third over the Patriots at 4, just because I feel like, look, even if Travion Henderson can give you something, I don't know if the Patriots O-line right now with 2 starters out, kind of built to withstand that the rigors of a playoff field. And especially, as you pointed out, having not faced the toughest schedule this season. That's not their fault, but it is the truth of the matter. And maybe they're just going to come up a little bit short. They also haven't been great in home games this year, at least not early in the season. They really kind of labored through some of those games. So maybe not having that extreme home field advantage could come back to bite them.
Lead draft writer for NFL.com. Make sure you're checking out his work. You guys are going to love his power rankings. It's Eric Edholm. Eric, thank you so much.
Thanks, Stacy. You're too kind. Appreciate it.
Have a good one. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Headline number 1, the Falcons stunned the Bucs on Thursday Night Football last night. What's the real headline?
You think it was hard for Bucs fans to watch this? What about Kyle Pitts fantasy owners for the last 4 years?
Yeah,
We've
Pitts
suffered.
He had like one good year. His rookie year went for 1,000 and a touchdown, Pro Bowler, and then
that
kind of
was it.
slipped after
Anyone that took Pitts in years 2, 3, and 4, out of luck.
You know what it is? They don't know who he is. Is he a tight end? Is he a receiver?
Yeah.
Or what is he? But he looks like he's gained some weight, and the better he is in the run game, the better he'll be in the pass game because you'll be able to sell the run a bit more. So, yeah, that was fun to watch, but for you Kyle Pitts fantasy owners, fun but frustrating.
What happened to the Bucs?
Injuries. What? You said Baker Mayfield had a shoulder deal going on.
He's got a shoulder injury.
Mecca had a hamstring. Evans had a hamstring. Yeah, they've been hit. But this is the NFL for you because the Bucs a month ago were looking like contenders. So how do we view that Seahawks loss now? Does it look different to us?
No, I don't think so because I think that was just a better Bucs team. Like that was genuinely, you had NFL analysts going, this is great football. This is 2 great offenses going at it. I think that they are just not as good, and their defense is significantly worse. I'm not paying close enough attention to know whether they've lost a bunch of guys due to injuries, but I think that's in part why people are also really upset with Bowles. Is just like, hey, it's not just talent. Like, this looks bad.
Yeah, it's but that's the NFL for you, man. It's just week by week it changes. Like the OKC right now. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna bring OKC. They're 24-1. It's just so consistent. You know who teams are in the NBA, right? A quarter of the way through the season, you got it. In the NFL, it's literally week by week.
Someone, Curtis, I almost sent you this actually. It was a tweet, and someone retweeted a post that said the Thunder is scary or are scary, and then they said dogs during storms.
Or 4th of July. Dogs be tripping.
Yeah. Next up.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 2, the Huskies take on Boise State in Saturday's L.A. Bowl. What's the real headline?
Will Jed Fish be on the return flight to Seattle?
No. The job is his.
Wait, do you sincerely think he won't? Like, you sincerely think he's going to Michigan?
I think he's going. Will he be on the return flight? Probably. But I really think he's going to Michigan. I don't think DeBoer is going to leave Alabama. And I think it's Jed Fish's job.
Should DeBoer leave Alabama?
Yes. I think he fits better.
If you were Kalen, you'd take the job and go to Michigan.
I'd take it, especially they're offering more money or about the same. They're probably going to have to buy out that contract.
Yes, they will.
But, no, I think DeBoer is more of a Midwest type of guy. I don't see him down south talking about the Civil War and all the things they do down there.
Curtis,
kind of their thing.
Curtis, you think that Jed is absolutely going to Michigan for a different reason?
Yeah, I think if he gets offered, he's well on his way to wearing maize and blue. But yeah, my conspiracy corner is when you hear Bruce Feldman and Jim Rome talking about Jed Fish, something's up.
Do you think he takes DeMond with him, or they stick with?
Oh, I think he does everything he can to take DeMond.
I think
Williams
he takes
with
his
him.
office chair. I think that he takes snacks in the lobby.
I mean,
I think everything's going.
I know for a fact when he left Arizona to come to Washington, he was trying his darndest to get Noah Fafita and Tedero McMillan.
Ended up
to come
getting
with him.
Jonah.
Yeah, you got Jonah Coleman to go with him.
Yeah, I think this is once again kind of a starting over kind of place. Bummer.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 3, the Rams face off against the Lions in a crucial NFC matchup on Sunday. What's the real headline?
The Colts have been the second worst passing defense over the last 3 weeks. Guess who's been the worst?
Who that?
That's right, the Detroit Lions.
Detroit what? Detroit.
I believe in the Lions.
Get this
though.
done, Detroit. I think they're a well-coached team. They've had some injuries this year, but they still got Gibbs over there, who I think is the best running back in the league. Him and Bijan. I know Jonathan Taylor has the numbers, but they're a bit more versatile. I think the Lions can get this done, and please get it done and help a brother out in Seattle.
I have a few texts in. This is not about the Rams and Lions facing off. I'm getting back to the Seahawks here, but while we're on the topic, 206 says, it's such a setup to not be prepared mentally. I think the Colts are going to be a pushover. I think Rivers and the Colts are out to prove something, and I'm worried about the narrative.
I'm not. I respect him, but I respect that because you never know, right? Phillip could have just a game of his life. There's something that happens to an individual when you're playing without any type of pressure, right? And I think that's what Phillip Rivers is doing. He's like, yeah, man, y'all called me. I'm 44. All right, you're down to your last lifeline. I'm going to come out here and do my thing. I get that aspect, but I also think you have Leo Williams, Jay Reed, Ernest Jones, Nicky Mawari, Jay Love. This defense is too talented.
I also think the mistake people make when we talk about maybe not trap games, but just looking past opponents would be looking at an older version of an opponent. So, like, let's say the Seahawks beat the Colts, the Seahawks beat the Houston Texans the first time around. The Houston Texans offense has drastically improved from that first meeting. So that would be an instance of like that team's better than their record right now. The offense is better than their overall stats for the season. So a mistake would be looking at the Houston Texans being like, CJ Stroud's just not having his best year. And you're like, have you seen CJ Stroud in the Texans offense over the last 4 weeks? It's a very different team. That to me is when people settle on an older narrative. This is unprecedented and not in a way that like, hey, we're going to watch Brock Purdy as the last overall pick and see how far he can go. This is something where everyone kind of knows, like James Boyd said yesterday, everyone knows Father Time's undefeated.
Yeah.
This isn't, it's like a morbid curiosity. And this isn't saying Phillip Rivers isn't going to have, as you said, a moment 2, 3, 4. This is, the Seahawks should not lose this game. And I can't think of a lot of football reasons that they would.
They should not, but man, the Titans have won 2 games. You know what I mean? The Jets have won a couple of games. It happens in the league every single year. So yes, they should not win this game, but you know what? I will reserve some space for them.
Does Phillip Rivers throw a pass over 20 yards?
Through the air?
Mm-hmm.
He'll attempt.
He'll attempt.
He will not complete.
Curtis, does Phillip Rivers throw a pass Sunday that travels more than 20 yards? Oh. Curtis might be editing audio. Sorry.
I was, yes.
Yeah, sorry. Does he throw a pass that travels more than 20 yards?
No.
Ian.
Yeah. He gives it a huck. I think maybe the end of the half or something.
Then
Why
his
not?
shoulder his arm flies out of his shoulder.
God.
His arm stays attached to the ball.
That's dark. Okay, we're going to look around the NFL coming up at 12:45. We're getting back to that conversation about Charles Davis thinking Sam Darnold can meet the moment coming up at 1. It was a fake conversation earlier so that Bum's family could surprise him, but it is one that I want to have. So that's coming up at 1. And coming up next, Seahawks insider Jen Mueller.
Wyman and Bob.
Devin Witherspoon has been fantastic this year.
Every afternoon at 2.
He interviews like he plays. Energy. Yeah.
We just need a blade of grass. Give us a blade of grass, bro. That's all we need.
Like when people try to block him, it's like trying to block water. Yeah. I mean, he just is all over the place. His feet are phenomenal, and then you hear the energy there. So just the tempo of his voice and the way he talks, like, can you imagine you got a guy like that on the field?
Only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
What does VA mean to me?
A place for my daughter to call home, thanks to the VA Home Loan.
A new lease on life. The best healthcare team I've ever had is here at VA.
And education, and the opportunity to open doors I never thought possible with my GI Bill.
The financial support I need to manage the disabilities I developed because of my service.
Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
We are well into the rainy season, Seattle, but it's not too late to get your roof replaced. Schedule your free estimate at 3treeroofing.com and get $500 off your roofing project this winter. Our certified technicians build a custom plan for your home, ensuring a worry-free installation even in the winter months. Replace your roof now while material prices are low and lead times are short. Stop wasting your time on costly repairs and Band-Aid fixes. Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today and secure your $500 discount. 3Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Sometimes we hang on to our old attorneys and coaches too long. They've been around, they've done good work. But when the legal game changes, you need a team that is hungry to win now. At Bible Law Group, we're that faster, hard-hitting legal team, ready to fight for every inch in the courtroom. With over 40 million closed for our clients, we know how to win, and we're ready to take on the biggest legal case of your career with you. Don't stick with a playbook that's gone stale. Switch to the legal team that's ready to win now. Let Bible Law Group be your linebacker in the courtroom. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
Good Dog Auto Glass.
When the stakes are high, you want the best on your team. When your windshield breaks, don't settle for your insurance company's fix that's just safe enough. Trust Good Dog Auto Glass, where the quality isn't light. We do all the things the little guys don't, and we do all the things the big guy does.
We answer the phone when you call, we work for you, and we will walk you through the insurance process. Visit GoodDogAutoGlass.com, Puget Sound's most trusted auto glass company, and get more bang for your buck.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The best place to watch all your favorite sports. Featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, 6 windows, and 30 kiosks. Be there at EmeraldQueen.com. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
This is the home of the Seahawks.
Going to let one fly deep. Got a man out there. Ball is caught down at the 10-yard line, and it's JSN.
Seattle Sports.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Perungo and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all three like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, Seahawks insider Jen Mueller joining us now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Jen, how's it going?
What? I'm a Seahawks insider?
Yes.
This is very exciting.
Obviously.
It's very exciting. It's great. I love it.
I'm so excited to be able to ask you so many questions about the Seahawks because you are so incredibly well connected and know so much. However, my first question is about the Colts. I'm so sorry. Seahawks insider Jen Mueller here to talk about how insane it is that Phillip Rivers is starting on Sunday. While we don't have confirmation, Jen, I think we're all kind of assuming that's what happens. What are you expecting from this version of Rivers?
Man, you know what? Here's the thing. I am actually a little concerned, and I said this on the Seahawks Insiders podcast yesterday. The adrenaline can do a lot of things in the first game. This is not facing Phillip Rivers after he feels the soreness, the bumps, the bruises, like second guesses why he was on the field. This is Phillip Rivers who's excited to be back out there. He is really savvy. He's a vet. He can do things that, you know, a rookie quarterback can't. I think it's probably a little bit of an all or nothing game, but, you know, if you get that ground game going, particularly with the 90% chance of rain that we've got on Sunday, and I don't know how much he's going to factor into some of that offense, but boy, I know that he can read a defense and can make things happen.
You know what's funny, Jen? You were surprised we called you a Seahawks insider. You literally have a podcast for the Seahawks as a Seahawks insider.
That's true. I know. That's right. I shouldn't have acted so surprised there. You're right. You got me on that one.
It's like when the favorite wins the Oscar and it's like, what?
Me?
Yes, Meryl. Oh, my gosh. Jennifer Lawrence, get on stage.
One non-football question before we go football. Are you going to be tearing up the dance floor at the Seahawks party tonight?
I am planning to, as long as the DJ cooperates.
Okay.
I do have the shoes picked out that I think I can dance in for the longest amount of time. So yes, the answer to that is yes.
I've been going to this party for about 5 years, and Jen gets the party started. Just let y'all know right now. She gets the party started. I believe
it. Only time of year I dance, Bump. I got to make the most of my opportunity.
I love it. All right, now on to football. You know, my question, Jen, has been Sam Darnold, right? I believe in him 100%. I believe in him. I think he can get it done. How important is it for him just to continue to play at a certain level? I don't need a high level from Sam, but just good enough to not, I guess, lose the game.
Well, I think it comes down to trusting all the parts of the process, right? trusting that his eyes and his feet are where they need to be, trusting that his receivers are there, trusting that he's got the outlet, trusting that the defense is going to take care of their job. It is actually the word that I have heard most in the locker room over the last 2 weeks. And it's not necessarily related to Sam Darnold. It's just the recognition when they go and they watch film and when they watch each other at practice that when I can trust the guy next to me to do what he's supposed to be doing, I just show up and do my job. I'm really excited to do my job, and I just do my job. And so I think the way that relates to Sam Darnold is just trust that everybody's going to do their job so you don't have to go above and beyond. And again, if you've got the potential for some bad weather games in the next couple of weeks, just trust that people are going to get the yards, just trust, kind of the sure thing, and just keep moving down the field.
I wanted to kind of lean into that experience of being able to be behind the scenes and being in that locker room and around that building. I hear so many people around football say, oh, my God, what Mike Macdonald's doing is amazing. And I know that part of that is obviously the defense he's rolling out and his scheme and who he is as a coach. But what's happening behind the scenes? Like, what have you learned about him and kind of how he operates over these last 2 years?
He is just as committed to the process and to his way of getting it done as we saw with Pete Carroll. And I was just thinking about this morning, right? To get to 10 wins last year and to get to 10 wins already this year. But last year, you did that after making a lot of changes midway through the year. And to be willing to move on because you knew what it was supposed to look like and it didn't quite look like that, It's really impressive. And it's impressive just to watch him, how he messages and how he has been willing to listen to people around him and say, look, I'm a first-time head coach. I don't know everything. And how he has grown and adjusted, but still his commitment to the process and his messaging has been really apparent. And also the veterans he has brought in. The veterans on defense, if they were selfish, if they didn't buy in, if they didn't believe in a head coach who's only been doing this for a year and a half, you wouldn't be getting these results because it takes a very unselfish group for this defense to work. And it's really cool to watch them hype each other up regardless of who's making the play.
Jen, you have a great perspective because you're on the sidelines during these games, right? So you see the highs and the lows, and I think it's easy for teams to be connected during the highs. What is it like on the sidelines when, things aren't going according to plan?
It is both sides making sure they know they've got each other's back, right? So if there's a turnover on offense, the defense immediately gets down and says, don't worry about it, we've got it. Vice versa. If there's a touchdown allowed by the defense, which, by the way, has not happened the last couple of weeks,
right,
the offense says, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We got it. And it is actually that verbiage. Don't worry about it. We got you. Just get ready to go back out on the field. And it's not just something that they say. It's something that they truly believe. You don't get to be down for very little on the sideline. Like you have to have the next play mentality. I think the other thing you're seeing and how that shows up, you're not making the same mistake twice. You're not letting that mistake beat you twice. Yeah. You truly are, because of the teammates around you and the way that they're doing that, you see them move on fairly quickly on either side of the ball. And we've seen that all year long.
I was glancing at yesterday's practice report. It feels like this team is pretty healthy going into Week 15. What should we know?
How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, this does not happen to most teams. And most teams would not be able to withstand and weather the injuries they've had on both sides of the ball so effectively and so well. I mean, look, I think I'm really impressed by that injury report. It's always knock on wood, cross your fingers that nothing crazy happens. But the Seahawks are really well positioned. And you talk about a Colts team that is dealing with a new quarterback this week. They've had some significant injuries on defense, too. They're not at full strength. And so I really like where the Seahawks are right now. And those guys have worked really hard to get back. I think you're going to see an offense that is at full strength on Sunday.
Jen, you are around the Super Bowl winning and appearance in teams when it comes to the Seahawks. Does this team give you that same type of feel, or do you think that there's more? Obviously, there's more for them to accomplish, but just how do you compare these two?
That's a really interesting one. And I asked Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill this a couple of weeks ago because I like to keep every team to its own era. To me, those guys are Super Bowl teams in 13 and 14. They were just different teams. Those guys said it is a good comp for this defense. It's also not fair because those guys went to the Super Bowl and they won one. The overall confidence level that you see like on the sidelines in the locker room when you talk to these guys is very similar to those incredible historic Seahawks defenses. That's for sure. The way that they are willing to defend a blade of grass, as you saw last week with the pass breakups in the end zone, with not letting the 100-yard rusher, that's impressive. But there's still something that's just a little bit different. And I can't quite put my finger on it, because it felt so much like Bump. It was like the Legion of Boom, and it was a lot of young guys trying to prove themselves. It doesn't feel like that with this team. It feels like this is kind of where they were meant to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's different, but boy, you look up, and it's almost like surprising. You're like, holy cow, like you are great now among some of the best. Yeah, it is fun either way when there's this much confidence, and you know that the mentality is the same.
Catch Jen's twice weekly Seahawks Insider videos on our Seattle Sports social media channels. That's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. And make sure you watch and subscribe to Jen's show, I Cook, You Measure, on YouTube, and hear her on every Seahawks broadcast on Seattle Sports. Jen, real quick before I let you go, I didn't really save you enough time. I'm so sorry. I love I Cook, You Measure. I saw that you just posted the John Ryan one, his comments about, and I won't spoil it, but about Sarah Colonna, his now wife, her reaction to him in the Super Bowl was so, like, laugh out loud funny. What's been your favorite interview of, let's say, like the last couple months, like maybe a more recent one?
Well, John Ryan was a great one. Matt Hasselbeck tells some great stories. Yes. I am going to be in the kitchen with Jaron Reed later on today. So we'll see what kind of stories he shares. But yeah, I hate to pick favorites. I just love how much we laugh. I love every episode. I am laughing out loud at things I did not expect them to say.
You don't have a favorite because you haven't asked me to be on it yet, so I got you. Don't worry
That's
about
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
You know what? Maybe for your birthday, Bump.
Hey.
Happy early birthday.
Appreciate you.
She is Seahawks insider Jen Mueller. Jen, thank you so much.
All right. Take care, guys.
Have a good one. NFL headlines coming your way next.
Brock and Salk.
You were essentially the fourth member of the broadcast crew this weekend.
Morning 6 to 10.
Basically, it was like, let's go to the fourth member of our crew, Brock Heward, who said on his show in Seattle this week, let's go back to our friend, the great Brock Heward. Let's talk more about Brock Heward on the broadcast.
Are you sensing? Did you want that to be the Brock and Salk show? I mean, years ago, you got a little bit sensitive.
I'm glad to know it's your show that you have here every day.
Only on Seattle Sports.
Okay. Only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There. The last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Calling all Seahawks fans, this is Cliff Averill. I'm here to announce Away Game Rumble at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, sponsored by Corona and Modelo. Take football Sundays to the next level with a free viewing party at Galaxy for every away game. Count on giveaways, specials, big screens, big action, and so much more. Full details at muckleshootcasino.com/rumble. Don't miss Away Game Rumble only at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today. It's not just about better health, it's about a better life.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafeet from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Deck the halls with $80,000 in Christmas cash. Join the holiday fun and unwrap your share every Sunday in December at Silver Reef. One jolly new winner drawn every half hour starting at 4 p.m. with one guaranteed $10,000 winner and 10 every week. Now that's a whole lot of money. Don't forget, your Reef Rewards card can save you up to 25 cents per gallon at Lummi Bay Market next to Silver Reef. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net. This month, Day and Night gives you a free furnace with the installation of an AC or heat pump.
If you're not sure your furnace will make it through another winter, call us to install a proper, long-lasting, efficient heating system backed by our lifetime workmanship guarantee, so you won't be left out in the cold.
Install an AC or heat pump and get a free furnace from Day and Night Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. DayandNight.net.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
For over 113 years, Pacific Lamp and Supply Company has been your #1 lighting specialist in Washington, from the Space Needle in Seattle all the way to the Riverwalk in Spokane. With the largest lighting inventory in Washington, Pacific Lamp's knowledgeable and experienced staff can assist with any lighting issue, including intricate lighting and control designs. Plus, they work with all utilities in Washington to get you the best available lighting rebates. Pacific Lamp and Supply Company, Washington's lighting experts since 1912. Visit pacificlamp.com.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. Are they a reliable service? How will I know if something happens? Are they keeping everyone safe? At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today to talk to a local security expert.
The Oki Golf Platinum Players Card is $50 off with the Friends and Family Holiday Discount. The best value in golf. Get 7 prepaid rounds, 7 50% off guest passes, and unlimited discounted green fees at every public Oki golf course. Play favorites like the Golf Club at Newcastle, Washington National, and Harbor Point. This is the only time you'll see a deal like this. So whether you're gifting it or grabbing it for yourself, don't miss your chance. Visit okigolf.com and save $50 before December 31st. Ready to deck the holidays? Win a brand new free deck, courtesy of one of the most trusted exterior companies in the Pacific Northwest, State Roofing and Exteriors. Don't miss out. Enter now at mynorthwest.com/win. That's mynorthwest.com/win.
Hey, Mike Salk here. Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
On upset watch. That's the case for Peter Schrager. And keep in mind, the Eagles have got the 2-11 Raiders on Sunday and a fairly easy schedule for the rest of the season. But still, Peter thinks the slide continues.
I wouldn't be surprised if we came in here Monday and the Raiders took care of business.
Oh, boy.
There's a chance this thing is fractured. So how do you shut us up? How do you shut me up? How do you shut WIP up? How do you shut 97.5 The Fanatic up? Go win. They're without Lane Johnson. They're without Landon Dickerson. The city's melting right now, and they have winnable games. I've had a beaten-down Commanders team twice. The Bills, of course, was a hard one, and then this Raiders team, which has shown no confidence for anybody that they can do this, and yet house money, so much pressure on the Eagles. I don't know.
You think the Eagles' slide continues? And importantly, do you think it continues with a loss against the 2-win Raiders? They're abysmal.
Peter.
Look, he owns the Eagles.
Calm thyself. This is a name in the industry that is looking for a hot take. He don't believe this. He's just throwing it out there. If the Raiders win this game, I will shave my head. Bald.
You don't.
They're not going to win this game, man. Come on. I don't believe this at all.
Do you think the Eagles are on any kind of real slide? And again, you looked at their schedule, thought it was pretty easy.
They're on a slide, but you know what helps a slide? The Raiders. The Raiders help a slide.
I think that the conversation that came up from, I think, WIP about, like, should Hurts be benched is crazy and ridiculous. That being said, this year's discord in Philly feels different than last year's discord.
You think they lose to the Raiders? Geno might not even play.
No, I don't.
No,
I think that they end with, on paper, they could end with 11, 12 wins. 12.
They got the Commanders twice and the Bills after this. They're going to beat the Raiders. I see them winning three more games.
Yeah. What are they at? 9, 8?
8 and 5.
9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Good math.
Thank you.
There
Sometimes
you go.
I had to count off my fingers. No, I think it's one of those things where, like, they have so much talent that you could never count them out.
Yeah.
But they're all is not well.
There are a couple teams in this league where I feel like if you are a team with 8 or 9 wins, you're going to beat them. And the Raiders are one of those teams. The Raiders, the Titans, and maybe the Browns throw them in there.
Yeah. Speaking of free falling, the Bucs are 1-5 in their last 6 games. ESPN's Chris Canty says Baker Mayfield's future with the team should be in question.
I'm not paying Baker Mayfield top of the market money as my team is in the midst of a 6-game span where we've lost 5 games and under threat of losing the division to the upstart Carolina Panthers. If they don't win the NFC South, I don't think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization should feel compelled to do anything about Baker Mayfield's contract. You let him play out the string, 1 year, prove it scenario. If he does, then great. And you figure out how to sign him after that. But there's no world that exists that I'm going to extend Baker Mayfield if this team is not in the postseason.
Baker Mayfield is in the middle of his contract. He's already passed that potential out in 2025. So in 2026, at his age 31 season, he has a $51 million cap hit. I would imagine they move that around a little bit. But then age 32, there's a void year. Or I think that year was voided by contract. So is he saying, like, just wait out 2026?
Yeah, honestly, you probably should with the way that he's been playing. It's not just him. Right, he's had some players who haven't been available to him, but you look at his last, say, like 4 games. You start on the 23rd of November. Yeah. He completed 47% of his passes. After that, 64% against the Arizona Cardinals, then 46% against New Orleans, 55% against ATL. He's not playing his best ball, but there are always some other things that factor into this, but he's getting paid top dollar as a quarterback, so you need him to perform.
Let's see. I guess I'm just assuming. I'm horrible with contracts. I guess I'm just assuming that you keep him there in 2026, given the dead cap you'll have. $13 million was fully guaranteed during a renegotiation earlier in July. So you already have that much money committed to him in 2026 before even starting the league year. Yeah, I don't know what to do there I would imagine.
Here's the thing, but what are your options? What are your options? Kyler Murray? Like, what do you do? You're not gonna finish low enough to draft like a starter at the quarterback spot.
And isn't this not even like a great draft anyways?
Not a great. The fact that Sayan is in the Heisman Trophy race lets you know what the quarterback class is like this year.
Let's talk about someone from a great quarterback class. The Patriots have won 10 in a row, are coming off a bye week, but Vegas has them as home underdogs to the 9-4 Bills. This is a massive, massive game. On Sunday, Drake May was asked about not being favored heading into Sunday.
I think it's anytime you're at home and you're an underdog, it's gives you something to play for a little bit. And I think you're really worried about, all the whatever the underdog and whatever they set the line at. It's us versus them regardless of if we put the ball down, it's going to be 0-0 for 60 minutes. We know we got to play a full game. So we got some great players over there. We got some great coaches, and they've won the division for 5 years. So we got something that we need to go take, and it's going to be hard to do, but we're up for it.
I think if New England was an even better rushing team, they probably wouldn't be an underdog against the Bills' league worst rushing defense, but they're not. Still, do you see them as being unfair underdogs?
I don't think it's unfair. I think that this is the part of their schedule where they got to prove it and things get real. I think that Josh Allen and the Bills have been playing some good football as of late. Last 2 games, he's got 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. He has 2 rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen is willing this team. I don't think it's unfair, but I would also understand if New England was favored because of their record, right? But no, I think it's fine.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and skip over the last one. I don't think I have enough time for this. Still to come, Colts at 1:30. Oh, Curtis, I forgot to tell you, Brady played in your place last week and lost. So it's tied now.
It's tied, yeah.
Hey, I took a cheap win, boy, and I barely won.
Almost won. Did you hear any of it? Did he tell you about it?
I did not, but Brady compared it to, like, when a college football team pays another team $1 million and then they almost lose to them.
Yes, that's actually a perfect analogy for it. And then you're going like, whew, that was too close for comfort. The tiebreaker question, because I couldn't think of one quickly enough, I had nothing, was the first movie for Lord of the Rings is called what? The Lord of the Rings trilogy. I said the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
He got it wrong, but then got it right.
Yeah. And I said, whoa.
She tried to give it to him, too.
That was close. That was really close. Anyways, new edition. Colts, coming up at 1:30. Coming up next, Charles Davis thinks Sam Darnold can meet the moment.
Wyman and Bob, every afternoon at 2.
Nick Eamon is with us. Can you think back to a game where you had more production?
I think yesterday is probably like the most complete I've played.
This is long before you were born. This is actually when I was playing. 1991, the last time somebody had 2 tackles for loss, a sack, an interception, and a field goal block.
They had told me that stat yesterday. I was pretty amazed by it. It's been a long time, but I'm just grateful and blessed for it to be me.
Only on Seattle Sports and Seattle Sports on YouTube.
Guys, if you're worn down, putting on weight, dealing with low T symptoms, or ED, something's off. Ignoring symptoms doesn't fix the real issue. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels. A $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. The key areas that reveal what's driving low T, ED, and more. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. This gives you a clear answer on what's off and the steps to improve it. Over 120,000 patients have trusted Revive since 2011 because the results are real. Claim your free full diagnostic panel today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like the clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Perungo and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all 3 like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Steelers outside linebacker TJ Watt, who was hospitalized yesterday after feeling some discomfort in his lung, had surgery to repair a partially collapsed lung. This was sustained after a dry needling session at the team's facility. And the report about TJ Watt came from JJ Watt, NFL insider.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. All right, Colts coming your way in 30 minutes. Before we get to it, we wanted to talk a bit about a conversation we had with Charles Davis. He's going to be on the call for Seahawks Colts. And one of the questions we asked him was specifically about Sam Darnold. And Bump, you mentioned in your question to Charles that a question is like, oh, can Darnold meet the moment?
The last 2 seasons, he's 24-6. His teams are 24-6 with him as a starting quarterback. Prior to that, I think he was 21-35 or something like that. His teams were. Because I don't like to look at it totally like a starting pitcher, but we kind of ascribe it that way. Here's his opportunity. The moment's here.
So I'm going to combine it with this one.
For Sam Darnold, it's the giveaway. And you're essentially, Clint Kubiak is like, don't do that. Because if he doesn't do that, this Seattle team is primed. This Seattle team is on an incredible run, blowing people away, winning big ball games, playing well when everything comes together, yada, yada, yada. And they're -2 in turnover ratio. That flies in the face of winning football. Winning football, look, you guys are Seattle people. 3 straight years winning the takeaway battle in the NFL. 4 straight years winning on scoring defense. These are the things that if Sam Darnold doesn't jeopardize things and then plays to that ability we have seen when he is on his game, it's there. But If I were sitting with Sam right now, I don't think that he would take major offense at me saying, but it has to be proven.
So saying, I think he's got it in him. I lean towards thinking he can meet the moment, but he needs to stop turning the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for anyone to control that except for him, right? Like Clint Kubiak can only say, like, here's the key, don't turn the ball over before it's like, all right, well.
Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately literally the ball is in his hands. Like, you make the final decision. I can coach you up throughout the week. I can tell you what to expect. I could set up the perfect play for you. End of the day, you have to make the throw. And a lot of it is on him, but also not on him too, right? Because the offensive line has to protect. There have been situations where I feel like Sam Darnold thought he was protected. The offensive line, half the numbers, slid it to the right side, the protection to the right side, and they get beat. And his trust in that offensive line got him that time because he thought it was a deep out to JSN. I forget who we were playing. Deep out to JSN to the right side. You got a 3-on-3 matchup to the right side. O-line gets confused. They run a stunt. They bring the D tackle outside, and they swoop in the DN and the linebacker over there blitz. Even with all that happening, he's looking at that side thinking, I'm good. So now he throws a football. He gets hit, interception to Jason. I want to say that was the Rams. So there are instances where his trust in that offensive line has failed him, but also there are instances where he just doesn't make the throw. But end of the day, it's up to him. If the line does get beat, he feels that pressure. He has to tuck it and get out the pocket, which we saw a couple times last week, right? That was his highest rushing production of the year. But yeah, it's quarterback, man. That's the reason why you get paid the most money on the team.
What's that balance like between? Because he's been sacked. He tied for the fewest amount of sacks given up in the NFL, along with Denver. Bo Nix has been sacked 16 times. They allowed a sack of Cortland Sutton as well. So 17 sacks allowed for both teams. That's excellent. Like you're not being brought down this year. So there is trust that's earned in terms of pass pro. How do you balance that though between like trusting it and then not being afraid to make a mistake?
That's the toughest part.
I wonder if he's playing afraid is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because the throws that he has made, a lot of them, to JSN have been throws that the average quarterback probably doesn't make because he's scared to throw an interception. Like, there are times where JSN just has a half a step on the guy and he's making that throw. There are times where the defender just isn't looking and he puts it in a spot. That's his gift, is that, and Moyer said this, and I agree 100%, and you guys might rip me up for this. Sam Darnold is the most talented quarterback this franchise has ever had as far as throwing the football. Not the best quarterback, not the clutchest quarterback, not the winningest quarterback.
But like has the best arm.
Throwing the football, the most talented. And we went back. He throws a better ball than Russell Wilson. As far as like arm strength and talent, right? Better than Russell, better than Geno, better than Zorn, the homie Zorn. Big up Zorn, talked to you yesterday. Dave Craig, Matt Hasselbeck, and all in between. Whoever I'm missing. Warren Moon. That's a tough one. Warren Moon threw a heck of a ball. But as far as just putting it in the right spot, Sam's probably the most talented. But because he's the most talented, there are times where he'll throw a football. You're like, you probably don't want to make that throw. So there's a balance. I would say rely on your preparation and rely on your confidence. When he is confident, he can throw with the best of them. When that glitch starts happening, like we saw in the first half last week, that's where you get in trouble.
Well, and sometimes decisions initially look bad, and we only hate them when they don't work. Like you have to make risky throws to be a really electric offense. I was listening. Dan Orlovsky was on Pardon My Take, and he was talking about playing with Calvin Johnson, and they were like, what was that like? Like, was it really just kind of like throw it to Calvin? He was like, yes. And he said that there was this certain approach that they would have versus cover two, and he wanted to know, like, well, what are my options? And they were like, just throw it. We're going to put him on a go route, and you're just going to throw it to him.
Yep.
And he's thinking, but what about that corner? Like, I'm going to throw into double coverage if I do that. And they're like, yeah, so you're just going to throw it. It was a great story. I highly recommend listening to him tell it. And then he did it, and it ended up being a huge gain. But in theory, including to a quarterback who was in the NFL and knew that, like, this is an ill-advised throw, there is sometimes when I learned in listening, you just have to trust talent. And I don't know, man. You don't want to sacrifice what makes you good.
Exactly.
The Seahawks cannot become a team overnight, and I don't think will become this year a team that does not turn the ball over. Because I think inherent to what they do so well, to make up for not having an explosive run game, they have to have an explosive pass game.
Yeah.
And you sacrifice that in not taking risks. And that's why I'm like, okay, you're never going to be significantly better with turnovers because you kind of have to make those risky decisions. And I guess I hadn't thought seriously from the point of view of a quarterback of how much of that is just sometimes going to be, I just have to trust this person because he's so insanely talented.
Yeah, that is every quarterback that I've had on every level, I used to tell him, hey, just toss that thing up. And that's what, receivers, we always think we're open, right? We always think we're going to make the catch.
Always open.
But Sam Darnold doesn't have the year that he's having without Jason, and Jason doesn't have it without Sam Darnold. There's a trust that's there. The quarterback that trusts me the most was Alex Brink at Washington State. He used to just toss that thing up to me because he believed that I was going to get the football. And that's where Sam Darnold and Jason is. If you look at most Hall of Fame quarterbacks, there's always going to be that guy that is trust the most. I'm trying to think back, like Brett Favre had like Jennings. He's in the Hall of Fame, right? Brett Favre's in the Hall. Peyton Manning's in yet?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Peyton Manning's been in for.
Peyton Manning's in, Marvin Harrison. You know, that there's always a guy that you trust. And I think that's what we're seeing with JSN. So, no, I like that. You also said something that stuck with me that my boy told me when I was in college. He says, don't forget what got you here. What got you here are taking those risks and making those plays. So that's the balance with Sam is, can he take responsible risks? It's like in the stock market, right? You familiar with the stock market? I just throw money at stocks and just watch it rise and fall.
I did win the stock market contest in 5th grade.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, I also got an A++ on an assignment.
Impossible. No, they're gassed you.
That.
Impossible.
I was a great student.
But you got to take risks. And I think Sam has to take calculated risks. And with JSN, you take more of those.
I want to get back to what you initially asked Charles Davis and ask you your own question. You said, hey, everyone's wondering, you already know, Charles, can Sam meet the moment? Do you think he can? And Charles
think he can. And
so that's what I wanted to ask you. I want to ask you the same question. I'm asking you your question.
Man.
Can he? There's no proof that he can't. We don't know yet. You
that's
just have
the
to
thing.
say yes or no.
I think that he can, but there's absolutely no proof that says that he can.
But you think he can. I think saying yes, I think he can is an answer. A non-answer is saying, we won't know. We'll see it when we see it. I'm asking for an answer.
I think he can because of what he has. He has JSN, and he has one of the best defenses in the land. Right? There's some pressure that's taken off of him because of that. There's always going to be pressure because he's a quarterback, but because he has those two entities, JSN and this defense who has your back, it allows you to play a bit more free. And I hope we see that.
I think he can because I don't think he's had a lot of chances. I think that the idea that Sam doesn't meet the moment was a combination of two things. One, him being a bust for the Jets. And two, him struggling against the Rams in a single playoff appearance and struggling against the Rams this year. So in 2 games against the Rams, and by virtue of being a bust, we've combined it into a narrative that, like, Sam can't meet the moment. He just can't. And it's like, all right, we don't have years of history here. Now, in those opportunities he's gotten, that's been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fair to critique, but I liked Charles pointing to, look, we've had other instances of guys that it took them a couple trips to the playoffs before they were actually able to get it done. Sam's had one.
Yeah. I mean, we always use this comparison, right? It took Peyton Manning forever. And he was always considered one of the best, even though he hadn't won a Super Bowl, right? And because Sam is, 27?
I think so, 28.
Right? Because he's been in the league for 6-7 years.
No. Put your mic, Curtis.
That wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah.
I know. I saw Curtis.
As soon as
and
I
Ian
said it,
move.
as soon as I said it, I'm like,
don't you two dare.
Because he's been in the league that long.
Thank you.
We just automatically assume that he's washed, he's done for. But he's putting together his best couple of years. So come on, Sam. A little injured I could. I think I can.
I think he can.
Come on,
I
Sam.
really do.
I think he can.
We also asked Charles Davis about kind of the approach that he expects the Colts to take. He said, obviously, I would put Jonathan Taylor in bubble wrap this week because you're going to have to lean on him so much. But he also said, I think they're going to go into that tight end room, go into that offensive line room, and talk about how important they're going to be this week. What is their approach? If you're the Colts, if you're Shane Steichen, what do you do?
I'm trying to make this game as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm handing that football off. I want the clock running. I want the pre and post to be done. I want it to be the fastest show we've ever done because this game happens so quickly. I think that's the key is you hand it to Jonathan Taylor and you take your shots. You're getting your 13 personnel, which they run the second most in the NFL behind the Rams. Then you hand the football off and you take your shots. You want to make this game fast as heck. Defensively, you want to confuse. I think everyone's going to try the simulated pressures and just the pressure as well because so far Sam has shown that it struggled a bit, which is crazy because last week he was like 6 for 8 with a couple touchdowns and like 80 to 100 yards when it comes to the blitz. So it's kind of weird because we've seen the blitz jack Sam up, but we've also seen him be successful against the blitz.
Yeah. That's I was going to say something stupid. I was going to say, what if for Sam it's just bright lights as opposed to literal pressure from defensive lines? But then I said, no. That's not what it is because the Rams brought a lot of pressure.
It might be bright lights.
I just think it's interesting when there's a split between how someone performs against the blitz compared to how someone performs in what we consider big games.
All right, the biggest games I played in were in college. It was against number 3 SC, like number 6 Oregon, number 1 Auburn, and the bright lights are real. I've been in the huddle and seen a guy who talks the most crap against University of Arizona. Bear down.
That's right.
But against SC, now he's quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's not showing up. Those are the biggest games I've played in the league. We just got smacked, so whatever. But that's a real thing that happens. And when it comes from your quarterback, now you're in the huddle, and it just like it oozes out. Like everyone feels it now because you're looking at your quarterback. You're saying, if he don't believe that he's making the final decision, why should we believe in what's going on?
I have a non-Sam Darnold question for you from a listener, but it's because I know you have an answer. 253 says, am I too Pollyanna? I think we have a good run game. What are your thoughts on it?
What the heck does Pollyanna mean?
Like, am I too naive?
Okay, Pollyanna. Never heard that word in my life.
It's an old TV show.
Okay.
Where she was just very
like bright,
that's her name.
Rose-colored.
Yeah. She was just okay.
Am I too naive? Rose-colored lenses.
Some cultural
glasses,
stuff there, huh?
Yes.
Cultural stuff. Okay, I got it.
Not too many people from your delegation were on that show, Bum.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, Pollyanna. I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna jack it up at the cookout. Hey, y'all too Pollyanna up in here. Grandma Love might know. I don't know. This sounds old school.
You got to throw in a newsflash.
Newsflash.
Newsflash. Yep. You're being pretty Pollyanna about this.
It's a 1960 film.
Ooh-wee.
See,
starring Haley Mills.
Did not even know where it was from. I only know what the saying means.
That's how you know it's cultural.
Yeah.
All right, what was the question?
They said, I actually think the run game's been pretty good, but am I being naive about it is what they're asking.
No, I think the run game has been pretty good. We broke it down like $140 last 3 or 4 games. And with the Seahawks is not, you have to accept who they are at this point, right? We know who they are, right? They're a team that has a quarterback that is liable to light you up, but he might turn the football over. They have a defense that is stingy, that will hit the quarterback and get a lot of sacks. And you have a run game that is going to have multiple opportunities to break the big one. Probably not, but they're going to keep you honest. And they're mediocre. And all last year, we were just asking for a mediocre run game.
Yeah,
we got it, and now we're like, oh, give me more.
It's not enough.
Not enough. Yet you have one of the best offenses in the game. So, no, I think the run game has been okay.
Let's get to 4 down territory.
This is 4 down territory. Going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
Describe the Indianapolis Colts offense.
It's that Jim Bob Cooter offense. That Jim Bob Cooter. And that Jim Bob Cooter is the offensive coordinator for the Colts. And what they like to do, especially now, is even more, I think, they're going to pack this thing in. They're going to motion you or jet sweep from left to right, right to left, get the offense moving. I thought when I was watching the film on this offense, I just knew that there was a McVay and Shanahan type of influence on him. And Jim Bob Cooter has come nowhere near Shanahan or McVay. He's doing his own thing, but it's similar to that. I think it's an offense that the Hawks have seen before when it comes to the Rams and the 49ers. And they're going to run the heck out the ball. Jonathan Taylor should touch the ball 30 to 35 times, and Phillip Rivers is going to toss up a couple of interceptions. But it's an offense that wants to slow you down and make you think. So you got to be disciplined with your eyes with this one. But it's an offense that the Hawks have seen before, and I think they should be able to handle.
Earlier, you said Jim Bob Cooter. I would imagine he's from Arkansas. And I said, shout out Arkansas, because my family's from Arkansas. He's not.
Tennessee.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to have you guess, and I was going to say, you're kind of close. Kind of.
That name,
General
Jim Bob
area.
Cooter?
Huh?
Jim Bob Cooter. That's
Jim
the
Bob,
name.
like, you are from the Southeast.
Yeah.
I just don't know exactly where. I don't know perfectly where at, but
Imagine
that's a name I just know is Southern.
Jim Bob Cooter sounds like the next head coach of LSU. I know it's Lane Kiffin, but could you imagine Jim Bob Cooter, LSU head coach?
Oh, he's coaching in an SEC school.
Yeah.
1,000%. Maybe an ACC.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Second down. How did the Jags keep Jonathan Taylor in check, and can the Seahawks do the same?
So I was watching their last game with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I was just impressed with this defensive line. And then I look at the guys who are on the defensive line, I go, oh, Eric Armstead, of course. He's making plays over there. All they did, they were just physical with this Indianapolis Colts offensive line. You're going to be missing your right tackle and Brandon Smith because he's out with a concussion. You're going to have a rookie starting over there on these 73 snaps. You just do what you do. Just be violent because this offensive line is good, but they're not like a downhill type of team. They run a lot of zone. They try to double team your interior defensive linemen, but they're not extremely violent. They are efficient when it comes to getting to the guys they're supposed to get to and having good hand placement. But as soon as you get violent with them, they kind of fold a little bit. So that's how you keep him in check, is you just do exactly what you've been doing. You allow your linebackers to be free. Leo take on that double team. Murphy take on that double team. Drake get downhill. Ernest get downhill. You just make it violent. And thankfully, that's not asking this defense to do anything that they haven't done all year. So I like this matchup. The offensive line is good, but you get buck with them a little bit, I think they're going to fold.
Can I tell you, not some news, but a report on Wazoo? Spokesman Review is saying Wazoo players have a team meeting at 2 p.m. today, and they're going to find out their next head coach.
Really?
Blink twice if you know who it is. Oh, this is very interesting.
I don't.
What do they need as a head? Can I ask you for 30 seconds, just
Yeah.
given this news, and there are plenty of Cougs listening. What were some names you were curious about? Maybe 1, 2, or 3.
Luke Heward.
Okay.
Brock Hewards' brother.
Yeah.
Coaches at SC. Dante Williams, assistant head coach at Georgia. Rob Akey, who's the long shot, but that's the guy that I want. Interim head coach at Oregon State. Newhousel has been in the mix as well. What's the other name I heard? Those are the top 4 candidates.
This meeting's at 2 p.m. And players are reportedly going to find out who it is. I wonder if it leaks before then.
I shall try my best to find out.
And by that, I can't wait for you to text people during the
texting
break.
right
Let's
now.
get to your third down.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I will give you 10 seconds
All right.
to text for also our benefit. Who do you think are the biggest liars in football?
Indianapolis Colts. You are not going to call 44-year-old Ryan Leaf and say, you know what? We need you to be a backup quarterback. We need you to mentor this guy in Leonard for the duration of the season. No, this is a playoff team right now. You want a guy who can do just enough to maybe scrape away a couple wins so you can get into the playoffs. So the Colts be lying, man. Like, come on. And I get why they're keeping it close because they want the Hawks to have to guess who to prepare for. But I think when you have a defense that's as good as the Seahawks, it don't matter. We're going to run our stuff. They're not going to change their scheme because of one quarterback. They're an RPO type of team. They're 13 personnel. They are a pack it in, run the football. They're a play action team. We know exactly who they are. So, yeah, man, it's they're lying. Stop lying.
Fourth down. How should Mike Macdonald tweak his game plan for Phillip Rivers?
Coach Macdonald, I know you've watched way more film than me, okay, but I have something for you.
Okay.
Blitz the heck out of Phillip Rivers. Blitz the heck out of him. You're only blitzing about 14% of the time. I need that around 25% of the time. You only run simulated pressures like 3% of the time. I need that around 15% of the time. Confuse the heck out of this quarterback. And I know this defense automatically does that just because of the way they blitz. They blitz from depth and they do some interesting things. But I want you to be cocky with it. be arrogant with it and get after him. Big Ray said it yesterday. There's a play in Madden called Engage 8 where you're sending everybody and their mama and you're dropping 3. I want to see that a couple times.
Okay, you go ahead and text people.
I'm on it.
Given that it's news related, spokesman reviews. Greg Woods was saying Wazoo players have a team meeting at 2 p.m. today, and they're going to find out their next head coach. That's earlier than I expected. I know head coaches, that search needs to happen quickly, right? No one wants to be Penn State and you're waiting like 52 days or whatever it was to find out your guy. But quicker than I certainly expected. So I guess we'll maybe find out here in, I don't know, within the hour, maybe shortly after 2 p.m. See if it ends up leaking before then. Bumps texting. Also, some college football news breaking this one about 10 minutes ago. Kyle Whittingham is stepping down from the Utes.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
He's going to wrap up his career with the Vegas Bowl on December 31st.
Great coach.
Yeah. All right, let's get to what's on tonight.
What's on tonight with Bump and Stacy, brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot. Now, here's what's on tonight.
The Kraken are on tonight, taking on the Utah Mammoth at 6 p.m. on Kong and Amazon Prime. Curtis, are you ready to jump back into this thing? You had a week off, but I hope you're prepared. Colts coming your way next.
ESPN senior MLB insider Jeff Passan with Brock and Salk.
I'd sure rather spend $100 million on Ketel Marte than $50 million over the next 3 years on Jorge Polanco.
The money is even, and the upgrade possibility is there. And I'll say this, Ketel Marte sure would be an upgrade, because what the Diamondbacks are looking for is pitching. If I'm the Diamondbacks right now, I'm asking for either George Kirby or Logan Gilbert.
Get more on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
Cliff Averill here, giving a big shout out to the biggest and the best in the Northwest. That's right, I'm talking about Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Time and time again, they've been voted the best resort and best casino with the best chicken wings. There's nothing like being the very best, so come check out everything this place has to offer. Hey, when they say the biggest and the best, they mean it. Everything's on the table at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Find out more at muckleshootcasino.com, and please game responsibly.
Hey, Brock Heward here. Taking the First Mark Insurance Challenge could save your family a lot of money. It saved us thousands. First Mark works for you. Searching the carriers for lower rates and better coverage. If that sounds smart, go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
College basketball takes center stage in Seattle. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are back, and the rivalry is renewed when the Zags battle UCLA at Climate Pledge Arena on December 13th. Tickets are available now and selling fast. Get yours at climatepledgearena.com. See you on December 13th for Gonzaga Hoops in Seattle.
Get your tickets now for December 13th at climatepledgearena.com. That's climatepledgearena.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Let's talk about your hair. Well, maybe after we talk about my hair. I've got great hair, as you know, and it's because of Advanced Hair. Yep, Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but it's close to it. They put hair where you need it most, and bam, it grows. It's actual science. Advanced Hair has top-rated physicians, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins to regrow the very next day. It's even guaranteed to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation now at 425-449-8185. Mention Curly to qualify for $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. It's a limited time offer. Advanced Hair, the winner of the 425 Business of the Year, and the team that gave me my hair back. More importantly, they'll do the same for you, guaranteed. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
At Cressy Door, we not only have the perfect garage door for your home, but we also offer options for creating space and even warming your outdoor areas. Check out your options at CressyDoor.com.
The Bump and Stacy Show is powered in part each day by the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to PendergastLaw.com.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafee from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Colts.
Beautiful. That's nice. Okay. How long does this go?
And now we're done.
Okay.
I like taking it past the point of comfortability.
I like it.
Just making it a little bit awkward.
The series is tied at 6-6-1. Bump and Curtis going to see who can pull ahead here with another trivia set. What am I saying? This one is Colts.
Another trivia set.
God.
Trivia set
All
game
over the
match.
place this week. Bump, you're going to get us started. Rivers is 7th all-time in passing yards, but trailing him by less than 300 yards is which currently active quarterback?
Curtis said it the other day. All right, go ahead.
Oh, you don't need multiple choice?
No, I do.
you seem so
I do.
confident. You seem
No,
so,
as soon as you say it, I'm gonna hear. I'm gonna know because he said
You
it.
think you know?
He said it.
I think it would be cooler if you just went for it.
Nah, multiple choice.
Okay. Is it Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford?
Oh, that's tough.
Yes.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Curtis, for your service.
Curtis. Phillip Rivers was drafted in 2004 when most of the NFL right now were toddlers.
Yeah, they were in diapers.
Yeah, he was selected 4th overall by the Giants, but who was the 1st overall pick?
That'd be one Eli Manning, who he was traded for on draft day.
Correct.
Draw it out a little bit, dude.
Who is Eli Manning,
Thank you.
quarterback
you.
Ole Miss?
I went to Moss Bay Bar the other day, and they were doing Jeopardy night.
Mhm.
I realized how much I don't know.
Oh.
But Jeopardy is on some other stuff, man.
Yes, I also.
It's not Family Feud.
I do that thing of like you hear the answer, which you never knew, and you go, "Oh, I knew that." It'll be like
That was gonna be my second
Yeah,
guess.
it's like a physics thing. You're like, "Oh, God, I knew that answer. I learned it one time."
Fulcrum point.
God, it was on the tip of my tongue. Bump. The Colts are allowing the 5th most passing yards per game this year. It's probably why they sent 2 first-rounders to the Jets for cornerback Sauce Gardner. It hasn't worked out yet, mostly because Gardner is injured. What was the last team to send 3 first-rounders for a player? 3 first-rounders, not 2.
3 first-rounders for a player. Sauce went there. Probably it's a trick question. Look at me when I talk to you. Is it Russell Wilson? Denver Broncos? No, what the heck am I saying? What am I saying?
You covered that trade live.
What am I
You know
saying?
it's not 3 first-rounders.
Oh, my God. It was Michael Parsons, right? No? Okay. Who was
Was it not Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, and then there's also Trey Lance, too.
Well, that was a trade in the draft to
But
trade
neither
up.
of Bump's guesses were correct.
Okay, I had
so-
Deshaun Watson as my correct answer.
I said Deshaun.
You said Russell Wilson
Deshaun-
and Micah Parsons.
You don't get the point. You don't get the point.
Oh, man. What the heck?
Curtis. Alec Pierce is leading all Colts receivers in yards, but is the Colts' all-time receiving leader Marvin Harrison or Reggie Wayne?
Ooh. Now, conventional wisdom would say Marvin Harrison because he put up some eye-popping numbers. But Reggie Wayne was around for a long, long time, longer than Marvin Harrison was around for. I'm going to say that Reggie Wayne just snuck by Marvin Harrison on the Colts' all-time yardage.
It's actually Harrison who just snuck by. The two are only separated by 235 yards.
Oh, Reggie, get back out there with Phillip Rivers. Yeah. Reggie can't be much older than Phillip Rivers.
Hey,
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't think you can play receiver at 44.
Jerry Rice was
He
close.
tried.
I
It
think.
was this is the GOAT.
What if the Seahawks called you, Bump? You're not 44.
We
They were
need you
like,
for
just-
one
Just like
play.
literally one
Yeah.
play. We
Yo.
drew this play up for you, and we were like, well, if only we had Michael Bumpus.
My game checks when I was playing wasn't a lot, but it was enough for me to go out there for one play.
What if they said just one play?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You think you could make a catch
Yeah, and I'm falling to the ground.
and being carted
And I'm
off,
going to cry.
but you're gonna hang on, and then you're gonna do like the thumbs up to the crowd, and we're all gonna be like, yeah. Bump. Jonathan Taylor is leading the league in rushing yards. Is the Colts' all-time rushing touchdowns leader Edgerrin James or current starter Jonathan Taylor?
That's tough because he's got like 16 of them things this year.
He had another season with like 20.
He's been in the game. Edgerrin, I don't remember Edgerrin scoring touchdowns at a high clip like that, and I feel like he only had like.
Did you
3
play with
one
Edgerrin?
season. I did. He taught me a lot of gambling games on the airplane. Had me spending money I did not have. I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor.
Correct. Jonathan Taylor is the current franchise leader in career rushing touchdowns. He's also about 1,800 yards away from being the all-time rushing leader.
That's crazy.
I mean, a season and a half, and he's got it.
Yeah.
I mean, that franchise has had not just Edgerrin James, but Marshall Faulk,
And
too.
like all-timers.
Eric Dickerson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Curtis, a chance to tie it up.
All right.
Where's your dumb question? When Phillip Rivers...
You wrote it.
I know. When Phillip Rivers retired in 2020, he finished second all-time in consecutive starts. Who's first all-time in consecutive starts? You do have multiple choice. Do you want it?
I don't think any. I think it's Mr. Brett Favre.
Easy.
Kind of cocky.
Easy money.
Ian already jumping the gun, giving you the right
Easy
answer.
money.
Well,
It's correct.
yeah.
The great
I'm in charge.
Philanthropist Brett Favre.
Yeah. Takes from the poor and gives to the rich.
Bump. There is only one active quarterback in the top 10 for consecutive starts. Is it? Would you like multiple choice?
You know it.
Is it Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Consecutive. I feel like Pat Mahomes had like had an ankle deal, but he fought through it. I feel like Josh Allen. pretty boy Josh Allen with his beautiful wife
She is beautiful.
would take a day off. But I'm going to go Pat Mahomes. Dang.
It's Josh Allen. He hasn't missed a start since week 12 of his rookie season.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chad Henne made like 1 or 2 starts in there.
That's what I meant. In my head,
Yeah.
I just flipped it.
Curtis, the Seahawks had 3 losses in their 2013 Super Bowl winning season. Who were the teams they lost to?
The Colts. That's one of them. The 49ers.
It's Colts are one of
Yeah,
them.
Colts.
That's just the question I had.
They lost on the road to the Colts. They lost on the road to the 49ers. And then they had a surprise loss at the end of the season to the Arizona Cardinals.
Curtis won. You can't even be mad at me. I mean, Deshaun Watson was it's one of the most
That
famous
wasn't the
trades.
right answer, though.
Well, 'cause
I mean, you still
Curtis
didn't
was
get it
counting a
right.
draft
I didn't get it right,
trade.
but if she would have had the right answer down,
had the right
universe
answer.
would have spun it my way, and I would have gotten it.
There were opportunities. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not mad. I'll give you this. This is one of the more cleaner ones this year.
Thank you.
Not
No
many are
points were
clean.
left out on the field.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know?
I want to do my tiebreaker.
Sure, we got time.
I couldn't think. I was initially going to give you guys names of is it a horse or is it a golf course, and then I couldn't get enough, which would have been a great one, right?
That would have been good.
Like Palomino, it's a horse. Maybe also a golf course. Maybe there'd be too much crossover. Instead, I want you to go back and forth, beginning with Bump, naming animals you find on a farm. I've done
pig.
it before, but I love this one.
Pig.
A duck.
Sheep.
A dog.
Cow.
A horse.
Chicken.
A
Oop.
goose.
Oh, I think that hesitation was a little too long. Bump, you get the tiebreaker question.
this
Do you want it,
means
or
a
do you
lot
want to
to me.
hand it off to Curtis?
Nah, I might as well take it.
Okay, if you win it, you don't win. It's multiple choice. What NFL record does former Colts quarterback Andrew Luck still hold to this day? Most touchdowns in a rookie season? Most passing yards in a rookie season? Most interceptions in a rookie season?
Most touchdowns in a rookie season. Final answer.
No.
What is it?
It's passing yards in a rookie season. The
okay.
most touchdowns in a rookie season was actually recently reset by
Jaden Daniels.
Herbert. You got it. By Justin Herbert. I heard Justin Herbert. This is great. Congratulations, Curtis.
Thank
you
you.
take a 7-6-1
Where's
lead.
Brady? I need the Aqua Sox in here, man. We got the Mariners.
Normally we do what I need to know. Wow, I had to stop and think about it for a minute. We are not today, though, so no need to send your questions in. Instead, we're getting some injury updates ahead of Week 15. Mike Macdonald's Friday press conference coming up next.
ESPN senior MLB insider Jeff Passan with Brock and Salk.
I'd sure rather spend $100 million on Ketel Marte than $50 million over the next 3 years on Jorge Polanco.
The money is even, and the upgrade possibility is there. And I'll say this, Ketel Marte sure would be an upgrade, because what the Diamondbacks are looking for is pitching. If I'm the Diamondbacks right now, I'm asking for either George Kirby or Logan Gilbert.
Get more on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
Hey friends, Stacy here. If you've been thinking about a new Ford, I've got great news for you. Family-owned and operated Wayscar Ford in Auburn is having their 103rd annual year-end holiday sales event. And this year, all new Fords are priced at only $1 over factory invoice. And that's on the entire Ford lineup. That's right. Every new Ford is priced at only $1 over factory invoice. And that's before any rebates, customer cash, or low APR financing. Plus, they all come with a lifetime powertrain warranty included at no additional cost. And if you're pressed for time, not a problem. They'll deliver your vehicle to you. You'll never be pressured at Wayscar Ford, so you can purchase with confidence. That's because every single vehicle they sell comes with a full 5-day or 500-mile, 100% money-back guarantee. So if you change your mind for any reason, it's okay. Bring the vehicle back for a full 100% refund. The $1 over factory invoice sale is going on right now. Check it out at wayscarford.com.
Our country is held together by small businesses. That's a fact. It's also a fact that 9 out of 10 of those small businesses will fail. Why? Because it's hard, really, really hard to build a profitable business from the ground up today. Pure Talk knows that. They started as a small American wireless company determined to keep their customer service in this country. It worked, And today, Pure Talk is determined to help other small businesses prosper by offering them the same white glove service the big guys get. Same service, same 5G network at a truly affordable price. Pure Talk is focused on businesses that employ welders and roofers, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, the people who keep the lights on. If that sounds like your business, give Pure Talk Business a try and see just how much you could save. Dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who understands the power of small business. Pure Talk.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not.
Of course he did, right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch. So you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Nice. My side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We'll help you find last-minute gifts that don't look last-minute, even if you're still planning to propose. At Shane Company, we'll show you perfect gifts at perfect prices, in stock and ready to give. Like hand-matched diamond studs, 14-karat gold chains, or the ultimate gift, a beautiful engagement ring. We have longer store hours, so you can skip the crowds and shop when you want, or visit us at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Touchdown! Seahawks! Ken Walker III!
Get everything Seahawks at seattlesports.com.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Georgetown License reminds listeners many uniformed personnel and healthcare providers will spend this holiday season working hard to keep us safe. These heroic men and women spend long hours away from home, protecting our freedom and providing critical medical care. Please thank them for their many sacrifices and putting their lives on the line for us every day. Happy holidays to you and yours from the entire team at Georgetown License, taking care of all your vehicle and vessel licensing needs for over 30 years. Online at georgetownlicense.com.
Dave Wyman here, joined by a very special guest, Dr. Daniel Landis, a multiple-time recipient of the Seattle Top Doctor Award. He's on the Swedish CyberKnife team treating prostate cancer and accepting new patients. Dr. Landis, how does CyberKnife compare to other prostate cancer treatments?
So one of the advantages of the CyberKnife platform is that the treatment can be concluded in just 5 days, as opposed to other treatments that require anywhere from 26 to 42 days of radiation.
How do patients feel about their experience?
Patients overall tell me that their experience was really amazing. They had minimal disruption of their lives. They didn't have to take time off work. And they tell me it's like Star Trek, where you push a button and the cancer can go away.
That really is amazing. It's almost too good to be true. If you, a friend, or a family member is diagnosed with prostate cancer, consider treatment with Swedish CyberKnife. Go to swedish.org/CyberKnifeProstate. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish CyberKnife.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2
on Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Right now, Mike Macdonald speaking with reporters at Seahawks headquarters. Let's take a listen.
All right, good to see everybody. Before we get started, I just want to give our grounds crew a massive shout out. I know it was raining a good bit for earlier in the week, and we were able to practice on Thursday and Friday to a great field, and guys weren't slipping and was in great shape, so that was awesome. So thank you to those guys. And then roster moves, I'm sure you're full with all the questions. We'll be making our moves tomorrow, and we'll make them tomorrow. Those will be our. So fortunately, I'm probably not going to answer those today.
Can you tell us how Jalen Sundell looked in practice this week?
Did good. He had a good week. Did a good job. Yeah, he's looking good.
Was Eric a full participant today?
Yeah, Eric's also looking good. Doing a great job. Since he's made a turn here the last couple of weeks, he's really accelerated through. So Salvi's done a great job.
I guess same question about Riley, but has he continued to look good as well?
Yes, he has. Yeah. No, well, we practiced in pads on the beginning of Wednesday. Or I'm sorry, that was what was that? Get my days messed up. Yeah. Beginning of Wednesday, partially because he needed the experience, and he did well. So, yeah, he's looking good.
Now that you've had a little bit more time with him, what have you seen in your first 3 weeks with him?
Well, he's really strong. He's really conscientious. He wants to play well. Plays hard. He's emotional. It's like it matters to him. That's really cool. I mean, you see him make a play in practice, and then him be excited about it, and the guys be excited about where he's come from and the work that he's put in to put himself in this position is awesome. So you're excited for him.
Going back to the practice on Wednesday all week, what was the energy like? Because ball finds energy, and then talking about the intent of the players had this week.
Yeah, I thought our guys did a great job this week. They really did. I mean, Wednesday, kind of tale of different days, but on Wednesday they pulled themselves up and they forced themselves to have a great day, and they did. And then you have a day like today where I felt like we did a lot of great things and our intent was there. We gave up some plays and some situations on defense that you don't want to give up, but we still got 48 hours to the game and the guys were in it. And so, as a coach, I'm going to go look back and see what we're asking them to do and make sure it's a good plan. Let's go hammer it out and feel great going into the game.
Do you have to, the awareness of the players, Dr. June Love, you talked about players are aware of the opportunity or where they're at in this game. I mean, just how aware of that and how important is it for the players to understand this game, the opportunity, and what it can lead to have a special season?
Yeah, we literally only talk about the Colts. It's all we're thinking about. It's all we talk about. It's what we did in April. It's what we did in June. It's what we did in July. It's what we did in August. Preseason week 2, week 4. It's all the same every week. It really is. Just I'm not a good enough motivational speaker to come up with a new motivational line every week. So that's how we roll.
I know we asked you about Rivers on Wednesday, but kind of if you got through the week, he's been practicing the whole week. Is that anything, I guess, with that knowledge kind of changed how you did anything in preparing for this and all of it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's either going to play or he's not. Riley's going to play or he's not. And at some point, they're going to put a quarterback out there and we got to go play ball. So we're getting ready for both of them,
On the flip side, from what you've seen of Riley from this limited field, what do you think you see there?
Yeah, he did a good job. I mean, I remember him from the draft process. We thought really highly of him. He's a great teammate, great leader, really sharp guy. So no question that he's able to go in and play good football for him. So that's why he's in the position he's in.
With the different injuries you've had in the secondary season, Kobe might be one of that is starting every game back there. What's he meant to that group? Just kind of as a consistent presence.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, that's what it is. It's a steadying force back there, and he's with an edge. Kobe's always got an edge to him, which we appreciate. It's good for the team. It's good for the secondary. It's a competitive spirit every day that, like, our standard matters to him. How we play matters to him, and there's energy that goes with that's contagious with the rest of the guys. And obviously with his talents, his ability to affect the ball and attack the ball is, it's pretty nice.
What's the roster numbers playing into it? But I think he's going to full participant for 3 weeks for you. How does he fit back into this puzzle? And kind of where does he actually?
Yeah, he fits. He's doing a great job. He's if and when activated, he'll be ready to go. So he's doing a great job in practice.
What's something you've learned about Clint Kubiak now that you didn't necessarily know before you worked with him for this long?
Man, I think it's one of those things where, as we're going through the process initially, You liked like the principles of what he was about, and his team focus is the first thing that drives what he's doing. So that was really like, okay, can't wait. I look forward to working with him. And then after that, you're not really having like expectations of, how he's going to, all those different things. I'm really excited he's here. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. He's been great with his guys. He's been a great teacher. He's been great to work with. We can challenge each other and bounce ideas off one another, and he's not afraid to challenge me, which is great. And just feel like we're kind of both sharpening each other as this whole process is going. We're just both chasing it.
Julian, we were talking to him. He said that first third down when he had to guard Fitz down the field, he was kind of glad to get through that play.
Yeah, me too.
How did that look on film, and then how did he?
It was a phenomenal play. I mean, look, we're in a coverage where he's by himself and he's running away from or the guy's running away from him that has him, and that's a great play. I mean, that's a phenomenal play. But have the poise late in the down, play through the hands, high-powered stuff, and then to your point, like I think we all took a sigh of relief after this, knowing that that he's got his gear, he's got his fastball, and that was a big play in the game for us.
I think Torrey will come back for you next week. Has he made the turn you were hoping for? When he gets the chance, to get back?
It's still a process right now. We got him some tests going on, not as we speak, but in the last day or two, and that'll be indicative of how fast we can accelerate everything.
What was the injury?
Something in his shin, I believe. Is that right? Yeah.
Is Arroyo just kind of a week-to-week thing, or?
As of now, yeah. Yep.
Shaquille Griffin and Cam Akers, what went into that decision?
It's really just roster management. I mean, it's one of those things. It's kind of a necessary evil that we have to do, and to my knowledge, they cleared waivers, so hopefully they'll be back soon.
Where's Jalen going to play? Sundown is back.
Yeah, we're gonna work through the roster moves over the next couple days, and kind of like them, there'll be a center out there on Sunday. I promise.
Anything else?
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that will do it for us today. Stick around. Wyman and Bob coming your way next.
ESPN senior MLB insider Jeff Passett with Brock and Salk.
I'd sure rather spend $100 million on Ketel Marte than $50 million over the next 3 years on Jorge Polanco.
The money is even, and the upgrade possibility is there. And I'll say this, Ketel Marte sure would be an upgrade, because what the Diamondbacks are looking for is pitching. If I'm the Diamondbacks right now, I'm asking for either George Kirby or Logan Gilbert.
Get more on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
What if more reliable didn't mean more expensive? Well, with Xfinity, you can get reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for less. We're talking intelligent gig speed Wi-Fi for $50 a month. This holiday season through January 4th, Xfinity is offering their best price on gig speed Wi-Fi, guaranteed for 5 years. No contracts, no strings attached. You could save $3,000 over Verizon and AT&T. Imagine getting super fast Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years. Get everything you need from Xfinity, their best Wi-Fi equipment, and even unlimited data, all included, all at their best price. Get ready to be wowed by your Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply, requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account, taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary. Savings based on promo and post-promo prices for 1 gig internet, 1 unlimited line, and Peacock Premium versus Verizon 1 gig internet and AT&T 1000 internet and 1 unlimited starter SL line.
Guys, if you're worn down, putting on weight, dealing with low T symptoms, or ED, something's off. Ignoring symptoms doesn't fix the real issue. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels. A $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. The key areas that reveal what's driving low T, ED, and more. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. This gives you a clear answer on what's off and the steps to improve it. Over 120,000 patients have trusted Revive since 2011 because the results are real. Claim your free full diagnostic panel today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The Oki Golf Platinum Players Card is $50 off with the Friends and Family Holiday Discount. The best value in golf. Get 7 prepaid rounds, 7 50% off guest passes, and unlimited discounted green fees at every public Oki golf course. Play favorites like the Golf Club at Newcastle, Washington National, and Harbor Point. This is the only time you'll see a deal like this. So whether you're gifting it or grabbing it for yourself, don't miss your chance. Visit okigolf.com and save $50 before December 31st.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Seattle. And our more than 95 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2020.